hello, salvete omnes, rather. And welcome, everybody, to, gosh, what is it? Episode 7 overall of our Caravan of Cthulhu week. I am so glad you could join us all for what is going to be something that is very new for myself and everyone you see on screen here, as we're going to be playing some Lex Arcana. Let me change it up and put on some music that's more... Yeah, there's that ambiance I need. Anyway, as you have noticed, we are taking on a bit of a different flair here. It's not so 1920s Call of Cthulhu. It's not so modern day investigations. We are taking it all the way back, not to 476, but rather... Get my rule book out. Oh, you tell how bad I am at this. 1229 Ab Urbe Condita, from the founding of the city. In this unique universe, the Roman Empire never fell, and our heroes here are members of the Cohors Auxilia Arcana, or just the Cohors Arcana, an offshoot of the Praetorian Guard, which investigates the strange and troubling rumors of the Empire and puts them to rest. So, that all being said, a few notices. We are raising money, of course, throughout, and we have been, and there's another fly in my room. I don't know where they all keep coming from. At this point, I'm concerned I've been cursed. Anyway, we are raising money for the... Gotta, like, reset my brain is, like, the worst thing they could possibly...
It's like you're the man in the tan jacket from Welcome to Night Vale. He's got a suitcase full of flies.
I just don't know what happened. Anyway, so all week long we will be playing spooky themed games in support of the Palestinian Children's Relief Fund, a program dedicated to providing medical care to thousands of injured and ill children who would otherwise lack local access to that care. Of course, you can find our page, donation page, by scanning the QR code in the bottom this corner. I think I'm doing it right. I always forget if I'm flipped and then I'm flipped again. But yeah, bottom of the screen there, or through the links that will be cycling through our chats. Anything you can donate is super appreciated. But you can also summon that particular chat links by doing the ! donate or ! charity to learn a bit more. As all our charity events, we will be giving away a few prizes on Saturday night. So just note that every donation of $10 or more will enter you for a chance to win one of our fun prizes, from custom character art to our own copies of different RPGs. It's really good stuff. So, kind of just jumping and barreling right on through. Like as I said, we'll be playing some Lex Arcana, and before I let my players introduce themselves, another really quick note that all these people here have gone through marked a Lines and Veils sheet and have an active line to me to communicate their distress or lack of comfort in a scene. You in the audience don't have that, so if at any point things start to get a little too real, please by all means mute, exit out, walk away. And when you're ready, come back and rejoin us, because it's more important that you be mentally well than you be present, though it is appreciated that you're all here with us tonight. So, why don't we give a brief description of who we all are playing and what their names are, where they're from, but keep the descriptions kind of short, because we'll get to that in just a moment. Let's go with Mika.
Oh, hi, I'm Mika. I do things. I'm the co-creator of the Credit Award-nominated channel, Roll D5. Today, I am playing Lucius Cetreus.
Fantastic.
The end.
The end. Yeah,
that's all I have for you.
Jump on over to Benji.
Hi, I'm Benji, and tonight I will be playing the Iberian diplomat Bacharach.
Fantastic. And next is Jason.
Hi, I'm Jason, also known as Graphical Ronin. I'll be playing Vilicin Poing, the Celtic fighter.
We're really challenging ourselves with our names today. And last but not least, jumping in last minute to help us fill a slot, and we do also note, I hope that Sam is feeling better, LC.
Hi, I'm Elsie. I'm optimistic on all social media. I use she, they pronouns. I will be playing Althea today from Britannia, which is strange because I picked a Greek name, but whatever. And I am playing an augur. Augur?
Yes.
Okay. I just wanted it's
You were handed the sheet not 30
a
minutes
petri
ago.
dish. I'm playing a petri dish.
Uh-huh.
Augur.
Petri dish of problems.
Fortune teller.
So,
My favorite class.
A fortune teller, yeah. Thank you. Have you ever smelled augur? It's disgusting.
That all being said, not sniffing characters, we will open in a bit of a flashback here. Each of you had recently arrived in Coria, one of the Castra just inside Hadrian's Wall, for a short but well-earned leave. But not shortly after your arrival, you were suddenly summoned by the Magister of the cohort of Arcana. Custodes, he told you. Dire Romans had me summon you. On the table in front of him was a bundle of pure white wood, the one used in the robes of the augurs. Our spies watching over the markets of the trade outposts of the island of Limnus, in Hibernia, have acquired an item beyond rarity. He quickly unraveled the bundle, containing what at first glance is a common rudimentary knife, similar to a Pugio, but of far inferior make. The handle is just wrapped in leather, while the blade, although beautiful, is opaque. The Magister appeared to be looking at the item with great uncomfortable admiration. When he raised his gaze, he saw the perplexity in all of your eyes. Be not fooled and look carefully. You'll see the blade, not very polished. One could attribute that to poor workmanship, he sighs. And yet, it is an illusion, as everything here is in Britannia. Turning quickly, he strikes at the legionnaire next to him, who barely pulls a sword up in time to swipe it away. The clack of metal on metal fills the small space you'd all gone into, and causes a ringing that seems even a bit unnatural just for the contact that was made. Composing himself again, he speaks to the legionnaire. Show them your blade. He shows it, and bringing his gladius forward, you notice that there's a deep notch that has been marked into the metal where it would block the dagger. As weapons such as the dagger a weapon such as that could cause great distress for the Roman army. That as much is evident. There is more. Does this dagger look familiar? It is evidently Roman make, but none of the local smiths ever worked with such metal. He placed the weapon back on the table. This iron, in fact, does not grow underground, but rains, apparently, from the heavens. It is like steel, but as resistant as diamonds. The sword of Mars, the relic of the god of war, had the calibres forged before it to Father Romulus. It is made of such material. Other weapons of similar fame are rumored to be in the desolate mountains of Thracia or the rolling plains of Scythia. He lets the fact sink in for a while. The only place so far north where one can forge fragments of adamants is an isle that the Empire has kept hidden to the best of its capabilities. A rock in the waters of the Caledonian Sea, among the Hebrides. Until now, none could trade the adamants, as we were the only privy to its existence, nor anything came to or left the isle. And here's the troubling part. The augurs attempted to divine this item, but the only vision they could have involved a burning object falling from the dark sky, an unknown sense of dread and the very essence of ancestral cruelty. Something beyond human comprehension. After much studying, the Collegium of the Pontifices believed adamants to be somehow tied to Britannic and Hibernian legends about the divine war in which gods on both sides hurled boulders into the sky that may have fallen back onto the earth. However, we fear adamants did not come to this world alone. He wraps the dagger again before placing it into a heavy metal crate with a complicated lock. This is your mission, Custodes. Head to the isle marked as Locus Alpha in the Hebrides and resolve the mystery of this adamant so that we can use it for the glory of Rome and keep it from the enemies of the Empire. You will not be allowed to carry this weapon with you to avoid unnecessary attention. Finding it for common sale on the Monday market was bad enough. However, you will still have access to everything, for you will travel undercover in a hostile land. Once on the island, you may rely on the garrison. Probably. And such you were. You now find yourselves on the on the top deck of a ship sailing through the rough and cold waters. Where would you all be on this boat? Because there is an area below deck if you don't want to get wet. But it being a dark and cold night, perhaps you might not want to risk being in the depths of a ship that clambers about.
Millicent would be on the front top deck, drinking in the cool northern air after probably months of being in what he would describe as stifling heat. The refreshing smell of his homeland.
I was going to say Atreus was totally Titanicing it up. Adventure! Just getting
Bagarok.
sprayed with the water. Seagulls are flying by. Loving it.
Bagarok, as a diplomat, would be where the people are. Listening in, trying to gain as much information, see if he can obtain any secrets.
It's a fairly slim crew at the moment. The short journey is difficult, but the tales you hear of this area speak more of the torrential rain and storm rather than any monstrous threats. Few sailors even knew this island existed. Althea, though.
She would be probably. Is it a clear night or
It's
no,
cloudy, pretty cloudy.
pretty cloudy? So no stars then.
We don't have clear nights in Britannia.
We don't have. She would probably, I would say, be in a more centrally located, like on the deck, but a more centrally located part of the ship, just kind of like going through all of her things, and like kind of doing some. I don't know much about being an augur yet because I'm still reading the book, but documenting what she has left to do whatever like rituals or like spells that she can potentially use on their journey. And also, I will be right back. Someone is knocking on my door.
All
So
right.
I don't know what that's about, and I'll be right back.
Very well. So yeah. After a most uncomfortable journey, you reach what looks to be an overgrown piece of reef, this quote-unquote mysterious locus alpha. Despite the poor visibility, the ship has been sighted by the inhabitants of the island for some time, who seem to have gathered into a welcoming party of appears, wearing heavy cloaks. The arrival of a supply ship is an important moment for the garrison, as not only, as you are not told, not only does food and items make their life less despicable, but the captain carries news from the world. So, would anyone here feel that their character might be a bit wave-tossed?
No, as an explorer, I live for this shit.
Alright, well then perhaps our diplomat friend would, please, our diplomat friend and our augur could note that, they are going to be debilitated. So, just make sure you check that box off. Captain of the ship that you came in on, called the Narcissus, tosses the mooring rope, and it's caught by one of the soldiers who fastens it, and a short plank is extended. It seems that they're waiting for a shipment of goods to come aboard first. Is anyone taking the first steps off?
Yeah, I'll walk off onto the shore.
Immediately recognizing a custodes, because y'all are an eclectic group of well-armed individuals, you see the soldiers kind of take a moment of shock and then demoralize a bit in front of you. It seems one of them will eventually chirp up, Ave, I guess. I reckon you want to see the commander.
Yes, soon as possible.
All right. Come on, follow me.
I'll look back up to the ship. Anyone who hasn't come aboard yet, and I'll just give them this. Come on.
All right, yeah, I follow.
Yep.
I just like crack my neck, like, yeah, let's go.
Speaking to the commander, I hope your people skills are tuned. I do the other thing.
Well, in that case, you are brought through the contubernium. It's a modest group of almost hut-like buildings surrounded by a wooden wall, somewhat echoing that of a Roman castra. The gate is open and unguarded, and at the center of the settlement, the only stone building, is a pale imitation of the Principia normally dominating the castras of Rome. However, the warm glow of fire seems to come from beyond its open door, meaning it's a dry, not damp location, which obviously makes it one of the primo places to be. The soldier guiding you all will get to the threshold and then calls out, "Oi, Volpes! Commander, we got visitors." Sort of pauses and turns to you. "Go on, that's the commander. Caius Dracontius Vulpinarius."
I'll look to Lucius and just sort of gesture like, take the lead, diplomat.
I don't believe Lucius
Oh,
is
I'm
your
not the diplomat.
Oh, that
Oh,
would
no, you're not
be
the diplomat,
horror.
sorry.
I'll take the lead. I'll enter in first.
Alright, I just want to make sure I got the debilitated condition. It's different. Give me a second here. Because you are suffering from that, I just want to make sure. Here we go. That was not the page. Oh no, it lied to me. Here we go. Debilitated. Cannot recover hit points in any way, not even if the treated box has been checked. You must rest in a comfortable place, which is basically what you'll be doing soon. Cool. Anyway, you enter, and it is threadbare within there. There is a hearth built in local fashion. A circle of stones at the center of the hall, fanned by an opening in the roof, tall and crackling, even if not fed by large logs. Within, you see a man who is wearing clearly very casual clothing, who seems to have thrown on a proper belt to kind of tuck in around his waist. Clearly in more of a moment of repose, and he'll look to you, Bagarok. "What an honor! Imperial envoys to this forgotten island. Come on in, get some warmth at the fire. Velua!" He calls through a half-open door at the back. "Velua, get here immediately and bring that amazing drink of yours. Our visitors are mighty cold, I'd wager." He motions towards some seats. Who has the highest science score?
Probably not going to be me.
The knowledge de scientia.
De Scientia, yes.
12. Anyone beat that?
I have a
I'm
12.
11.
Well, rather than doing a roll-off,
Okay.
I'll say that you both notice that the fuel peat that is being used in the fire is typical to Britannia's north. However, you also note that the fires are a bit taller than those that are born of peat. If you'd like, you can make a further check of De Scientia.
I'll do it.
Sure. So you have a score of 12, which means you can roll a d12, 2d6, a d10, and a d2. Anything that adds up to 12. D8, D4.
I'm gonna roll 2d6.
Okay.
Oh, my fucking gods. No, hey, yeah, that's a 1 and a 2.
Unfortunately, it does not beat my my threshold that I was looking to do. So it's just a particularly large fire, whatever that could
Yeah.
be.
I'm just mesmerized, like, wow, look at that fire. It's a nice fire. Hey, just I tap one of you on the chest, like, look at that fire. It's a great fire.
Yes. Wonderful fire.
It's a beautiful fire.
Certainly is warm.
You're roasting meat on that fire.
It's okay.
Think
a
of the
little
meat
hot,
you could
I
roast on
think.
that fire.
Yes, we, why don't you leave your baggage at the door?
Emotional or physical?
Well, both, I'd hope. As he makes this and motions for you all to have seats at various stools that have been prepared, a middle-aged woman comes in with a large platter. She has a ceramic pitcher that she deftly handles and pours generous cups of a pungent, not like super nice smelling liquid, which she then gives a nod and leaves without saying a word.
What is this?
Local drink. It's tough on the lips, but it should settle whatever in your stomachs. Nothing warms you to the core better, I have found.
I will take a drink.
Fire will brace you against the cold, moist nights.
So
Chug.
it is terrifyingly sour, but drinking.
As a Cetreus, I like sour.
It's similar. It's higher than a citrus thing, almost rooty and earthen.
Brits love bitters.
Drinking the whole thing though will remove the debilitating condition and any cold that you may have caught during the journey. As that just kind of you feel like your stomach settle and your body clear.
Really opens up the sinuses.
Now, there must have been some reason for you all to come all this way out here. I don't imagine that cohorts such as yourselves would have been sent out for no reason.
Yes, we are here on an official business. You will, I'm sure, respect the privacy of such a request.
Of course. I only ask because I want to know how I can help. That's truly it. I didn't mean to impose. There's not much to do here.
And what is it you do here?
I'm in charge of the garrison. I oversee this and the mine. Small detail. About 20 soldiers. My second is Cnaeus Veneticus. We have about 16 who are here permanently, and then a rotating group of 4 on Locus Beta to help the Taskmaster, Taurus. Well, that's really it. There's a mine over there that prisoners work and stay over there. I mean, anything else? I apologize. I don't know exactly what you want to know. I don't know.
Just for clarification for Jason, we're looking for that metal, right?
Yeah, you want to
Here.
investigate the source of the metal that you know is being mined here, but it somehow is being distributed out to the common markets. which
Okay.
is bad.
So this guy would know about the metal already because he's in charge of getting it mined.
Yeah, he should know about the metal, if he's not dumb. But he also should be aware that this is basically like a government black site, where they send prisoners that they don't intend to ever let see the light of day again. Because you can
We're north
imagine
of the wall.
we're an island north of the wall. If the Hibernians and Britons and Picts found out about this, there'd probably be a little boating trip scheduled for all of them to go get this for themselves.
You can't keep the Hibernians from a good raid. Well, we're just here to inspect your operation, the mining aspect.
Of course, such as yourself, sir. Simple inspection. I'm very honored. The ship is currently, the Dahlia is currently over on the Beta, but perhaps in the morning we could arrange for you all to take a ride over and inspect things.
That would be excellent.
Good. Then I implore you, we should have an extra room in the barracks for you to rest the night.
Your graciousness is appreciated.
Oh, think nothing of it. I am honored to be able to assist such mighty servants of the Empire. Right, until then, we have a good fire. I could have food brought out here. Let you all shake off the cold.
I could eat.
I suppose.
Can we cook over that magnificent fire?
Oh no, you should not cook over it. We have kitchens. It is a tradition it's a hearth, so to speak. You don't cook over the hearth here. I know it looks like a fire, but
I see. I
Yes,
see.
the peat smoke would give it a very earthy flavor, almost.
of course. Why wouldn't you be familiar
Enjoy.
with peat? Wonderful resource.
Burning high. Have you treated it somehow?
Oh, no. In truth, I do not really know what is going on there. Perhaps something to ask of one of the locals around here about why this peat might burn so brightly. Or ask the your ship captain that Titus Carvilius often brings us our supplies. Trading for peat is certainly something that he would be involved in. Oh, he is a character.
Character how?
Well, he's one of the only people with free reign to go to and from the islands. That already makes me a bit suspicious of him. And
Oh, so you don't know why?
what?
It either
Why
makes
the
him
peat
connected
burns
or
so
efficient.
bright? I'm not.
No,
entirely-
why he's allowed to go back and forth from the island?
Well, he's the
Yeah,
captain
he's the only
he's
one
the
allowed.
captain of the ship. The rest of us also could theoretically, but this is our assignment. When our time here is done, we'll also leave the island. But it's, truly a clandestine operation to its core.
Yes.
There, whatever we
Legion
get
looks down
is
on
given.
deserters.
Yeah, precisely. And whatever we make is put on the Narcissus, and I assume they hand it to an Imperial emissary somewhere on the mainland. I'm
Is it
not
really
certain.
called the Narcissus?
Yeah.
Okay.
Seems a little full of himself.
No, they don't produce a lot of ingots, so it does have to be full of something. Yeah, in truth, we don't produce too much, so there's plenty of room on that boat. I don't know. My dealings with Carvilius have always left me a bit. But truly, you can. I'm sorry to cut right to it, but there is no way you're here simply to inspect the mine.
You don't know that.
No, you're correct. We weren't here simply to inspect the mine. We will also need to inspect and review your shipping and trading and the markets.
Markets? There are no markets here, and we don't trade with anyone.
Your distribution, then.
Well, you just rode in on our distribution. Between our taskmaster on Beta, Vermis Massiamus Taurus, like I said, and Titus Carvilius, that is our distribution. Is there something wrong with it? In truth, I am keeping the men in check as best I can and trying to, keep order and make sure there are no miners and prisoners that get too many ideas. Keeping my own men fresh on a barren island is a little bit more difficult than it sounds.
No, and I'm sure you're doing a fine job.
Oh, it's very kind of you to say. But
You mentioned the captain made you uneasy. Anything specific?
it bothers me that an unknown third party would be in charge of such an important task such as that, and Massimianus, the taskmaster, is the only one who knows exactly how many ingots are produced every month. So, I don't know if you're worried about this, something wrong with distribution, again, whatever the issue could be, you'd want to go talk to them.
Good to know.
Well, thank you for your hospitality. You are a credit to the Empire.
I live to serve and am only more so than happy to answer any questions you might have in the meantime. You have all just gotten here, and I'm sure the boat ride over was quite hazardous. It's an old thing that you came in on. I should have thought that they would have sent you over with something a bit more robust, but I am glad you all still arrived nonetheless. Everyone can make me a society or de societate check if you want.
Ooh. Okay.
You have a knack for kicking me in a dumb stat.
It's the early part. You'll get to roll your debellos, I'm certain.
Yeah, I've got like a 6. That's
Cease.
alright. I'm good.
So do I roll 1d4 or 2d2? That's the question.
I got a 3 and a 4. Rolling 2d4.
7,
What,
okay.
what,
got
it,
3.
what is my target?
You don't know?
I got a 9.
I don't think I have any skills or anything that would help me with that. No, I just got a straight 3. Do the other thing.
A 9, though. Bagarok, you become aware that Dracontius is basically glad-handing you all a little bit too hard. The way in which he is so easily passing off blame and making himself so useful to you feels a lot like he's manipulating you in a certain way, but you can't quite tell if he's outright lying to you.
Gotcha. Okay.
And it almost feels like he maybe has ulterior motives for wanting to, like, let you hang around the island and go check things out, and
Maybe he's just lonely.
it's also possible.
I could understand if he was just lonely. I get lonely sometimes too.
That all being
We could be
said,
friends.
it's hard to tell, but it is still sort of mid-evening, and if you'd like, you're kind of given free rein to explore Locus Alpha.
Yeah, I think let's start there.
So, just briefly, you'd be shown to a barracks where the whole garrison is lodged in a roundhouse in the Britannic style with wood and mud walls and a thatched roof, divided by soldiers into a series of smaller room openings into the central hearth. Kind of reminds them of traditional soldiers' lodging. So, you're shown to the 5 spaces houses about 4 people on 2 bunk beds, but basically only 3 of those rooms are occupied, so you have 2 empty rooms, both of which can sleep 4 people. So you're given free reign to set yourself up amongst those 2. And as it stands, there's no one in the barracks.
I call top bunk.
I really wish you had just stopped your sentence. 1 word less. I was very excited.
I claim top.
It's cold in Britannia, and it's the ancient world, so let's get busy.
Yeah,
You know,
It is nice to be in a proper house again.
I'm literally going to use my divination to have a premonition, and then I'm going to tell you guys the god said you should kiss. That's my skill. It's my secret cap. I'm very sorry for this right now.
You could still just tell us.
I might actually.
Yeah.
This is
Okay.
Yeah. Mars says you have to watch though.
Yeah.
yeah,
So, what do you guys...
exactly.
What are you guys up to?
So what places are open to us to go to?
Well, there's not really
on the
much.
island?
There's not really much here. There are there's like warehouses, a local smithy, some legionary rooms, the legionary barracks that you were just in.
I think the smithy would be good to go to, since we're looking for a medal.
Sure.
Yeah, I was kind of thinking that.
Is everyone
Yeah, okay.
going there,
Love
or-
the enthusiasm, Turk. I feel like I just chose incorrectly.
No, it's not right. I don't mind going there. But you can just, you make me an investigation.
Is there an investigation?
Well, you can tell me how you're looking around for things, and then that might help.
There is an investigation. It's under De Ciencia. It qualifies as that skill.
Oh.
It's on page
not have that
28 of the
skill.
PDF. You De Ciencia? Doesn't everyone have?
Everyone has
I
I have
Stacy.
the yeah, but I don't have the sub.
Yeah.
Is it? Hold on. On page
Which I guess
28 of the
probably doesn't
PDF,
matter, but-
specialties. Oh yeah, that is a specialty.
So it's a
Okay.
specialty. So when you do investigation and rolling dice, not science to do it, then you can have a little bonus to your die.
I guess I'm exploring.
Are you exploring?
Yes, I'm wondering what am I rolling for exactly?
Well, what are you doing to investigate the local area?
Oh, I mean, I guess I'm just wandering around and trying to find the smithy.
Okay, that's less exploration because it's not you chopping through the wilderness. It's
Yeah, no, I guess I'm just asking someone.
Well,
Hello,
I have navigation. Does that
Salvere.
help?
Where do we find?
again, that's
Oh, I got navigation
making your
too.
way around. This is not a unexplored wilderness.
It's making your way downtown.
It's
Is what
looking
that
around
rolls
for
for.
clues. So you can just roll
Yeah.
a straight up like I'm going to use my science roll here, or I'm going to use social or nature, or
I'm going to use my social role
All
as
right.
I ask around to see if people enjoy talking to me and
I
tell me
have-
what this.
Streetwise as a specialty under social. Would that
That's
help
a
in this
better idea.
situation?
I could see it. These soldiers seem pretty rough and tumble.
So would I would make a social roll?
Yes. And you add the bonus score from your streetwise to your total for social, and then you can make your dice pool from that amount.
Blast.
12. Right, so
That's better
you
than I
start
could
having
roll.
some conversations with some of the soldiers who are here. What kind of things do you talk about?
I want to know specifically, like, because if with the smithy shop, what's going in and out of it, and what's the buzz in general? Like, if there is this amazing metal, like someone's got to be talking about it, or someone's got to be trying to smuggle it out, or trying to
I don't really have.
stockpile it.
It's really not much going on here at all. That's the thing. No stockpiles or anything. Trade goes off of Locust Beta. You don't even see anything of it. Look, it's after a bit, you kind of get used to how unpleasant it is, I guess. It's not easy. No, I probably would have turned it down. It's cold, harsh climates, isolation, bad food. That smithy ain't good for much, so that's just for tools.
So you're not making anything out of what's being mined?
We'd make ingots, but that's at the forge over on Locust Beta.
Okay.
No, the raw ore comes out of here and goes somewhere else.
The raw ore gets brought to the mainland, at least that's what I've been told. So, it's not lost on you that there's like a level of like tension in the air here that he's like actively not speaking about, but
Yeah.
I use carousing to kind of loosen him up a little bit.
what are you carousing with?
Do we, is it possible that we traveled with like our own wineskins or whatever?
If you brought your wineskin, you certainly could have. And that doesn't all be same. You don't have to crowd around and all just stare at the same dude and be like, tell us your secret, tell us your secret, tell us your secret. You can all be off and about doing other things. So you want to go share some drinks with some soldiers?
Yeah, see if I can get their unguarded opinions or vibes about shit. About what's going on here.
Sure, make me a carousing check. Well, just a social roll, but with a carousing bonus.
Okay. Let's see. So, man, I suck at social. It's a +2, so. That's a 3.
3. Yeah, they gladly drink your booze. It seems like they pound it back pretty hard, but when you try to get into anything substantial, they kind of just ignore you and give you a side eye and swipe the bottle, the flask from your hand, and take a sip and turn to other topics. Anyone else doing anything?
Well, I'm fresh out of ideas. Drinking didn't work.
I have also under magic, demagia, I have clairvoyance.
Ooh.
So, clairvoyance, that's in like performing rituals to pertain a specific type of divination. So, are you like trying to cast a spell here, or?
Yeah, I think after
Do it.
kind of getting stonewalled, talking, I would go back to like the quarters and I would just try to do a ritual to see if there's anything I could divine.
Sure. It's probably going to be pretty difficult. I mean, let's second. Performing a ritual on game turns, an action player may pose a question that a demiurge pertaining to a specific person, place, or object. Okay, please make me a DiMaggio roll with your clairvoyance.
That would be a 6 total.
6 total is not going to do that.
The spirits are not talking to me tonight.
If you'd like, you can pay piety. I'd need 4 actually. What exactly are you trying to ask about, though? You need a specific target. You can't just say, "Give me a sign," and then that's it.
Who would open up to us? Who would... I'm trying to find the best mark who would open up to us and not stonewall us or obscure from us, or everyone's got either like a secret intention or something. I want to find the straight shooter.
Sure. So pay 3 piety or soul points, and after that,
Okay.
you're kind of shown you kind of feel. You look out at the clouds and you swear one of them sort of begins to shape themselves in the look of a woman. That's it, though.
Ooh. Oh.
Are there many women on this island? I know there was the person who served us so far.
That's all you got. That's all I legally have to answer.
Is it like a human woman?
If you're a woman,
Is it
you
a
have to
human?
tell me.
Is it a human woman? How many human
Is it a-
women are here? Legally, you have to tell me if you
Is
are
it a
one.
merwoman? A mermaid?
Oh shit!
It
Oh,
is.
monster.
It appears that it is just shows what you can interpret as a woman. Name a woman.
Barbara Streisand.
God damn it.
All right, yeah.
I'm gonna share this with the group, and I'm gonna be like, so far the only woman I've seen on this island was the one who served us.
So she knows more than she's saying. Not that she said anything.
I'm just wondering if someone could buddy up to her.
Do we all look at the augur at once?
Who might have something in common with her.
Are you saying that because I am a woman, I have something in common with her?
You're
On this
you're a
island?
mechanic woman.
Yes.
I just want to like.
And my
preface
social
this.
roll is 4, so I'm
My
not gonna try
social
that
roll
again.
is 6. So you would like me to talk to this woman with a social of 6.
Okay, I will go talk to her then.
Good call. Good call.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
think this character vibe that I'm getting for me right now is very, very minimal words, mute staring, and this whole conversation has just been you trying to convince her to talk
Yeah.
to this other woman because like you have a lot in common and it's just like flat faced stare. Like, you know, you're a woman, she's a woman on this island, you could talk to her, and
Side
it's just like
conversation.
a
You know what?
silence. No answer. It's just like
Side
then-
conversation.
okay, I'll go do
I
it.
honestly can't remember if I've
Yeah.
ever heard her speak.
As always, Althea, great talking to you. I always feel we make it very far in these conversations that we're having. Nice talk. I will go speak to the serving woman.
Sure. Looks like if the fact that she's not actively working on something for the commander, has a small. You're told she has a small hut outside the walls.
I will head towards the small hut.
You see that she is busy just outside, though there is a light rain. She has a light fire going, and she appears to be smoking some fish. Oh,
That's like a cigarette for some reason.
That smells wonderful.
what language are you speaking to her in?
Huh. I speak
Translate.
Iberian, Latin, and Celtic.
Okay.
That should be good.
What is it? What is common? Is Latin common in this
Well,
game?
Latin's spoken all across the Empire, but
Lingua
you are in
franca.
Britannia, so you're at the edge of the Empire here.
We'll try a little. We'll try a little Celtic. I'll say that smoked fish smells wonderful in Celtic.
So, Celtic is. She looks at you and it will respond in very weak Celtic. I'm sorry about the smell. I don't know the language of the Celts very well.
Latin. Do you speak Latin?
More so.
I don't suppose there's any chance you know Iberian.
What?
All right, we're gonna go with Latin.
Oh, good. What may I help you with?
Everyone here seems to have a secret, and I'm just trying to figure out what's really going on.
Secrets? I don't know any. I'm just serving here.
What do you know about the mines?
They are on the other island. They have people there who dig and take ore from the rocks, earth, and I am wondering why you want to know this. You people normally know all this.
Anything special about that ore?
You are worried about ore? Or what?
What? Anything magical about that ore?
Rocks, not magic.
Right. Yeah.
You can make. Why don't you make me a society roll?
She's Britannic, though, right?
Yeah, you could clock her as a Britannic woman. So
Is she from the far north?
yeah, she would definitely know Celt. Well, you aren't here to ascertain that.
I just rolled a 10 twice, so that's a 15.
Nice. There you go. Yeah. Super.
Nice.
That is a extreme level of success, I believe, because the more you roll over my target number, the better you do, which is good in this case. Target was a 6. Your difference was 7 or more. You have you have 3 degrees of success. That's important.
I turn on all the I just take a big breath, put on a big Iberian smile, and I'm just level with me here. There's something going on this island. You know what it is.
I'm only here to fulfill an oath. I promised my dying sister I would care for her son. Iviakos. Months ago, the Romans arrested him and accused him of being a druid. They sent him here without even hearing him out, so I had to stay and help him out somehow. So I offered to help with the camp and work for the commander. It's not lost on you the acerbic way she said Roman. Yeah, in fact, you're surprised she doesn't spit when she says it. I keep the house in order.
I feel like I would have picked up on that.
I keep the house in order, clean, cook for Dracontius and his second in command. The legionnaires take care of their own food. I don't get to see Iviakos often, my poor nephew. The commander doesn't want unauthorized people around the mine, but allows me to visit him about once a month. I usually accompany the soldiers of the change of shifts and barely have the time to give my nephew some food and make sure he's alright before the old shift takes me back. But every time I visit him, I'm afraid I'll find his corpse. She's kind of puts a hand to her mouth and appears greatly concerned. It's clear from this level of concern that it's almost more so than I'm worried mining might not be the life for him, although it was forced on him, like...
Yeah. What's at the mine? What's going on there?
Hard work. I don't know perfectly, but there have been problems from what I have heard. Commander does not always get his men back.
I'm very sorry for you and your nephew.
You are kind to say that. I should be on my way though. The commander will expect me to prepare you all dinner. And she'll stand and nod and be on her way.
I will head back and I'll get everyone back to our quarters away from everyone else.
I will say, before you do that, I want to know what the other two were up to, because I haven't heard anything from Althea this whole time.
We think she's mute.
I don't know. Maybe. I was like trying to figure out how like the rituals work and stuff in this time, and I was gonna like try and see if I could. Is there a temple here?
No.
No. Okay. That doesn't help. Because investigation-wise, I kind of wanted to find a way to locate or observe an omen, a place where that would be possible, or to get some kind of direction for us to go.
So, you want to do an omen?
Look for one. I don't know in this area where a good place to try and observe it. It says flocks of birds is one that you can observe.
Yes, the auspicium.
So like the docks.
Sure. You could do an interpretation of omens. That's a difficulty threshold of 6 and costs you 6 soul points. So
that's fine. I have a bunch of those.
You can try to recognize it as an omen and try to interpret it. Are you trying to interpret anything in particular here, or?
What was it that we were trying? What was the direction that we were trying to get information from the woman? Like, that didn't go as planned.
I mean, it sounded like we're just gonna go talk to her. What is the goal?
Okay.
It's
okay.
Unclear. Y'all have been kind of just.
That's a great hand motion.
Yeah, can you repeat that? I didn't see it.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I missed it again. Just one more time.
Yeah. Well. Oh gosh. Sorry.
Oh.
That's more northern
Right here.
grading for you.
LC
Yes.
Yeah.
forgot the direct goal here.
So there was a. They are mining things here. This is a
Okay.
secret island. No one should know
Secret
about
island.
this. Secret
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 island.
double special island.
Okay.
That is
Basically,
used
they're
Really
inviting
under wraps.
as a
you.
prisoner.
So don't tell my family where I am.
No. Don't tell
Okay,
anyone where
and I
you are.
shouldn't write the government.
The government knows about this place.
Okay, so it's a government secret island.
It's a government black site where they, from what you have been told, they
they keep the aliens?
they take prisoners and
Okay.
they put them in a mine,
And then they won't come back.
and they won't come back. It's a prison island they used to mine rock, and they have found a particular thing
I don't
here,
think they're doing that.
and it seems like the government, your guy was aware. Your handler, so to speak, was like, hey, we normally get these ingots from here to bring back to the Empire for us to smith because they make these really incredible swords that's like star metal.
Right.
We want the most of this we can get, but having recently sort of set this up, now one of our spies picked up this, crappy little dagger on the common market, and even that's dangerous. We can't let people know. Because as soon as someone's like, "Oh, where'd you buy this?" So I bought it from him. Then I bought it from him. And then I bought it
Okay.
from her. And I bought it from him.
So it's like the swords of the Sun Elves in Dragon Prince. Got it.
They're very good, yes, and
Yes.
they are refined from a certain type of metal that it only comes that, as far as is aware, it comes from very strange places where your giant space rocks have hit, basically, where rocks fall from the sky. So.
The gods throw them at each other.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But the Augur's got a
That
really
rocks.
weird sign that something also is dark and dangerous here. So that's
Yeah.
why you guys are being sent, and not just a government official with a hefty group of Vasquez.
I don't. Okay, sorry. I'm reading the Auspicium.
Oh, speaking.
Vicium.
Okay, so what do we?
Okay.
So far, no, go ahead, Elsie. Sorry.
No, go ahead. Go ahead. No, I would like a accumulation of so far. Oh my god.
I would
Oh
too.
my god.
Hmm.
She-
So,
they
everyone
do
back
too.
to
The
the
dog
start.
wants.
First off, give
Baxter
a
wants
kiss.
it too. Yeah, give the dog a kiss.
Good.
There we go. Oh my god. The dog
But-
wants one too. Okay. Sorry.
He was harumphing and then wanted on my lap, and
Oh, understandable. But yeah, go on.
yeah. Okay, so we know star metal. We're here to find it. We're trying to, or we're figuring out the.
We're trying to find out how it's getting out of the black market.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
And so far, we've had our alcohol stolen.
Okay.
At
We've
least
talked to
greatly drank
a
through.
barmaid who is taking care of her nephew.
Yes, her nephew, who is in
Who's
the
a
mines.
prisoner.
He's
Yeah.
a prisoner in the mines. Who's accused of
Okay.
druidism. So no.
Right. Right. I feel like as a nature person explorer, I'm like druid adjacent sometimes. So
Yeah, so
only
you do
sometimes,
it
like,
under the
un-
right. You do it under the right gods.
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I do it under the god of beekeeping.
Okay.
Yeah. Whose name is Melona. So remember, folks, if you want to be a druid, worship Melona, because bees are life. So, yes, we've had our alcohol stolen. We've talked to a lady whose nephew was in the mines. I think. Can we go in the mines?
You were told
Alright.
that
It's on a different island.
that the boat to
Different
come
island.
over is currently on
Okay.
Locust Beta.
So
So
we're-
in the morning, you have been promised and told with certainty they can bring you over to the mines.
Uh-huh.
Check it out.
Okay.
Okay.
So for tonight, we are. Wow,
Well,
what
you
do
just-
we ask? This is not my strong suit, y'all.
You got some investigation to do.
Yeah, I'm not the planner.
So-
So we've got
Sorry.
I'm here to make
some
dumb
mixed vibes
jokes.
from the commander. He suspects the boat captain because the boat captain isn't in the Roman military and somehow has access to this place.
He also points you towards the Taskmaster on the other island, given that those two are the ones who are completely in
Right.
charge of the distribution of
Yeah.
things, and he has kind of a... He's meant to imply he had a very hands-off approach, but your diplomat friend was like, he's being real accusatory and clearly trying to push you down somewhere, but you're not sure how exactly he's lying.
Just sketch.
Captain, the commander is sketch. The soldiers here seem to have a very lackadaisical attitude and seem very aggressive to you guys just for being who you are.
For being better than they.
While that is true, you shouldn't say it to them.
Okay.
They're
I
part of a
don't-
cohort. It doesn't mean you can co-hurt them.
Yeah. Yeah. It'll hurt their feelings.
Go hurt their feelings.
I was with the diplomat, so I would be
Okay.
traveling.
Well, if you guys just want, if you just want to like look around the island again, that is something you can just make me knowledge roll.
Yeah, tell us
or-
what else is on the island that we can go to.
I did. It was the Legion. You have the barracks, the small areas and warehouses, the local smithy. It's like a, you ever played Skyrim and you go to like the military bases and
No.
it's like 5 dudes in a camp and like there's like
Yes.
the horse
No.
there and you're just like, ah yes, the might of the Empire. It's like, the dude's got 20 people, 4 of them are on the other island, and if you want, you can make me literally just a sensibility check because that's kind of your perceptions.
You probably don't get stationed on this island if you're under 18. Just throwing it out
You don't get stationed on this island if you're at all competent, by the sound of things.
there. Yeah.
Oh, so it's
Or
great that
connect.
I'm here then. Yeah.
Sorry. Yes, Althea.
Will probably do something regarding like Somni Interpretatio after we all go to sleep to see if I can get like a symbolic dream that I can interpret to help, because the other things that I was going to do is just like an unfavorable or favorable outcome, and I don't think I'm really looking for an outcome here, but I will still do that investigation roll regardless. But that's what I want to do
In the
next.
meantime, though.
In the meantime, yeah. In the meantime, I'm gonna do investigation stuff.
All right, you can probably just roll me a sensibility check in this case.
Okay.
For those who are just joining us, this is our first time running it, so if we are doing this horribly incorrectly,
It's really cool though. I like it.
Suck it up,
Yeah.
because we're
oh, yeah,
having
we're
fun.
gonna
and
do
learning.
it, and
like how
I'll
the
be wrong until I
Yeah.
read the book more fully, or wait until after the break. There you go.
I'm gonna be real. Like this isn't usually my bag, but like I was reading the book and it was really cool.
It's
actually,
fun, right?
so-
I like the dice pooling mechanic.
Yeah, it's really cool.
But yeah,
Even the setting.
make me a sensibility, right? Make me
Yo,
a
that's a
sensibility check.
10
What?
on a D.
A 10 on a D10.
And then yeah, how do I do a D5?
You
I don't
roll
own-
another D10 and then take half.
Oh,
Okay.
I can. You
Ex-
can
unless you're
borrow my D5.
Mm.
okay.
Through the
So
screen.
you said roll a D10 and then half it.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Yeah.
that would be 12.
Okay, 12 total. Definitely enough. I'll say you were trying to find a more quiet place to potentially conduct some rituals, and so you stayed behind in the room. It was not too difficult for you to notice that it seems that the rooms you guys were assigned were occupied until recently, as testified by the presence of common use items scattered about as if it was just days before. It was just used the day before. It seems like there is a sudden diminution in the number of inhabitants, although, I mean, that would be 8 people who have somehow just vanished.
Ooh.
We want to. I also need something that's happening for our Citreus.
I was purchased a hero point.
Hey, nice.
What the fuck, Cass?
So the way we can make that work is you can
Thank you,
re-roll
Cass.
any one of your dice.
Thank
At
you,
least it
Cass.
wasn't a villain point.
We have a lot of villain points,
Um,
Suze, don't worry.
No, Cass bought a villain point too.
Oh, fun.
Yeah.
Anyway,
so
that being said, yeah, you want to also make me a
I
sensibility
was
check?
trying to. Oh yes. Every time I say sensibility, I think sense and sensibility, and every time I say taskmaster, I think of taskmaster.
Taskmaster, yeah. So sensibility is kind of
Yeah.
the perception check here. So
Everything you need is on the task. What am I? Is
just a sensibility check. So whatever your sensibility score
Okay.
is, you make that dice roll.
This, I don't have sensibility.
You absolutely do.
It's
It's one of
virtue
your
at the top.
virtues.
One of my virtues. Hold on. Oh, there we go. Yeah, I'm so sorry. Okay, so that's an 11. So, guess I'll we'll roll. God, how am I going to do that one? Wait, no, I got this. I can't do math. I'm sorry. I got my degree in English.
Understandable. But yeah, you make sure you don't end up with a D1. You have to use all your points. What's your total score?
11.
A D6 and a half a D10.
Thank you. Okay, D6. Here's my D10. That is a 3.5 of a 7.
So we'll round up and say 4. So you're gonna notice that there is a like scanning through the warehouses and sort of areas that are not immediately the barracks, that there seems to be a large amount of raw hides and tools for making leather armor, something that a garrison should already be supplied with and is certainly beyond the standard repair quantities. Switch it up. At that point, though, I assume you would get word that Bagarok is looking to bring everyone together. Oh, I did not notice the mug you had, Jason. That is an excellent mug. Also, your drinking vessel is pretty cool.
Hey.
Oh, flattery will get you everywhere, Turk.
Thank you.
Hopefully,
He'll
it
be
leads
here
to
all
a
week.
cinematic death. No. Yeah, so at that point, I assume you're all together, perhaps back in the barracks, and you can share your initial findings.
So, the mines, I spoke with the barmaid. She's terrified for her nephew who's at the mines, but not because of standard mining perils. So there's definitely something down there that shouldn't be down there. That keeps people from coming back.
Could be any manner of things under the earth.
I just feel like we need to go to those mines.
You were promised that you could do it in the morning. But it's at that moment that
Well, when I go to the smithy.
a soldier will kind of stand at the threshold to the room you've gathered in. Oh, there you are. Right. Commander would like to have dinner with you all when you're ready. Some of you haven't investigated yourselves out. Right.
I feel like I could do more investigating.
Whatever. Damn it, now let's see all I'm thinking about is oi oi. Oi oi, Emperor.
No,
Hey,
you've
hey,
been
don't-
doing this the whole time, and I've been trying not
I'm
to
landed
keep,
on compromise my mining operation.
put my wife in the money, did.
But yeah, so you basically have an immediate heading, but if you all would like to make a one last look about, do a meandering path as you all kind of move as a group, you can absolutely make me another, oh gosh, sensibility roll.
Boom, doing it.
Just straight?
Add it
Yeah,
in.
just do it straight. If you have something that you feel applies, or you have another skill you'd like to roll instead, that could work too.
That's a 6.
What are we investigating this time? Sorry.
Oh, just kind of you like going. It sounded like you guys want to head towards the smithy area, real
Okay.
quick.
Well, I want to head towards the smithy. I don't know if everyone else wants to.
I got an 8.
Nice.
Do I round
On the
up
list.
or down?
Oh,
when
you
it's
can
in
round
the-
up.
Okay.
I'm calling rounding up because this is all of our first times, and if I learn I'm supposed to be rounding down, that will be a problem for me in the future.
I got a 9.
Ooh,
6.
dang. Y'all getting some good results here.
Oh, no, not 6. Sorry, 9 as well, yeah.
All right, so you all, at the very least, have a difference of 3, which means you have a bunch of 1 degree of success, which definitely means that you can notice as you're walking by in a kind of wind-about way that the local smithy, an area dedicated to repairs, contains relatively innocent tools to service legionary equipment and the various needs of the camp. However, the forge seems a bit more sophisticated than those you've seen in other military camps or Hostra. If anyone wants to make me a science, a scientia check, if you have any
Mine
points in...
is 12.
Yeah, if you have anything in craftsmanship, that would definitely help.
I have nothing in craftsmanship. Does anyone?
No.
Okay.
Otherwise, a
I'm
12
gonna-
is a damn good place to start. 2d6s ain't bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That's
Reminder, we also have a bunch of
Oh
hero
my
points
God.
y'all can still roll through.
yeah. That's a 4.
Only
I'm
if you
gonna
use the
my-
fucking villain points.
I'm going to use my hero point.
Okay. I'm saving my
Yes,
points.
for double 6s for 12.
There you go.
Fuck yeah! Thank you, Cass.
So, you recognize this as you are, as you have spent some time, kind of in various war camps and out and about, and you'd recognize that this has been modified to allow for the creation of weaponry. Rather, like, whereas small tools might only just need to be lightly heated, this has enough space to actively forge weapons and armor.
Okay. But wasn't the star metal being used to? Wouldn't we already know that? Wasn't the star metal being used to make weapons?
It's just being processed and forged into
Yeah.
ingots, is what you were told, and then put
Oh.
on a ship and sent to the mainland, where it's then forged in whatever secret location it has.
Okay.
Now,
okay.
you don't see any of that metal here, which,
But it's kind of sus.
but like these guys are clearly capable of making their own stuff, and combine that with the fact that you saw they have enough leather to make their own armor. You're getting a little suspicious because the local wildlife population is, cold air and seagulls, and seagull leather is a little hard to come by.
Historically, it's not very resilient. Doesn't make great armor.
Yeah, no? Oh,
It takes a
No.
lot to make a leather thong out of seagull, I think.
I gotta,
It's like 40 seagulls.
Yeah.
I gotta.
I've got a pair. It's kind of.
When we hit the break, I gotta go dump some stuff. Anyway, you were.
What is happening?
How about seagull leather? Anyway,
Is that a thing?
Dump
no,
your seagull leather.
do not. No,
Dump
you
your
cannot
seagull
make.
thong?
You
What?
cannot make a Anyway,
What?
I was gonna say
No.
something.
What were we-
Don't try to make seagull leather, everybody. Don't do it.
Okay.
We're professionals, don't do it at home.
I'm gonna Google this.
Anyway, you are all.
I bring
brought in.
everyone in like a group huddle, and kind of relay this information. Like group huddle. Everyone, come here. So, lots of hides to make armor. This forge can make weapons. I think maybe they might be black marketing directly from here.
Would explain the feeling our diplomat got from Commander.
Turk, they're making the leather here?
It seems like they have, at the very least, enough raw hide and tools for making it, though there was no evidence of an excess amount of leather armor, which I think you'd all be knowledgeable about to kind of put 2 and 2 together, meaning if they're not storing it here, where is it being stored? Or where is it?
You see all the parts of the gun, it's probably
Yeah.
a good bet that there's a gun somewhere around here.
So,
Crazy
the
must find out.
invite to dinner still stands, and you have been asked to make an appearance.
Is seagull being served?
No.
Oh.
Seagull egg, though.
What do you have against seagulls?
It would be rude to ignore the invitation to dinner.
Yeah.
The diplomat says.
I'll follow your lead then.
I could use food.
So, you all make your way after a cold and rainy day of investigations. Commander and second in command sit. The food is only smoked fish stewed with herbs, accompanied by floating tubers of an uncertain nature. But Dracontius wants to celebrate, and he's made that very clear as he opens a small amphora of wine that fills the air with a pleasant scent, indicating a good vintage. As he pours, Cnaeus Volteus, who is the second in command here, a more gnarled-looking fellow, clearly a veteran of some nasty combats, or at very least 2 or 3 bar fights, seems to glance at the amphora with an evident nostalgia of sorts. That being said, as you all have your cups in front of you, Commander makes a toast in honor of our beloved Lord Theodormirus, and followed by numerous others, to the Endless Empire, to the undefeated legions, to the god Neptunus, who protects in the hostile seas, to our most welcome guests, and so on. And at each of these, you are expected to drink. That you can indicate whether you can tell me right now if you are, or if you are going to be like
to smell it for poison.
Yeah, I mean, I will.
Sure. If you'd like, you can make me. It sounds like a nature roll.
I'm just gonna
Yes.
drink it.
If you're just drinking
Nature.
it and you're drinking it every single one of those, I do need another sensibilities check.
So that's 16, 12, D4.
And I can add carousing to that.
I'd say so, if it's under
8.
nature. No, sorry, sensibilities. I'd say you can take carousing. 8 on that. 8, you're handling these drinks with aplomb and ease. Though it is definitely wine. It has not been cut with anything, which is Rita's typical fashion.
7.
I got a 7.
7's good on sensibilities.
No
There's a
asbestos
DT
in
of
this
6
wine.
for an 8. You can confirm
Mine
that there
was
is-
nature.
Yeah, yours
to
is.
see if
It
it's
doesn't
poisonous,
seem
yeah.
poisoned. It just seems wine. Very good wine.
All right.
Oh man,
I'm
I'm so happy Benji is here, because I just said there's no asbestos in this wine because it wasn't cut with anything. Call back,
Sure.
call back from earlier in the week.
No asbestos in this wine, so
No
it's safe to
asbestos in
drink.
this
Sorry,
wine. Safe.
What did our friend Lucius Cetreus get on his sensibility check?
Oh, I didn't do sensibility. Sensibility is a D8. No, sensibility is an 11.
So
Shit, what did I roll last time?
D5 and a D6.
D10.
D5 and a D6. You can't roll a D1.
Okay, D5, right here. D6, that is a 2, 3, 6.
That's exactly what you needed to hit. So
Ugh.
none of you are tipsy afterward.
I
Though,
bet better.
as you dine and begin tucking into your lovely fish and tuber stew, a blood-curdling cry tears through the night as a soldier breaks in panting. Full pace! Commander, come! The Dahlia's back! There's something! Maybe it left! And with that, you can all look back to the commander, who is staring daggers at the man. Dracontius leaps up, recommending, please, just stay and finish your meal. We'll handle this. The weather's getting worse, and getting wet for business would be not for business like yours would be unwise. And he plunges into the night, followed by his second in command. So you
Yeah,
can sit
we're not
here and
big
enjoy.
on it.
I'm good now.
As much as I love a good northern fish stew.
Yeah.
Let us assist.
Yeah, I'm definitely going out.
Yeah. And by let us, I mean we're going to assist.
Yeah.
All right.
Don't make us pull out our badges.
At the docks, Dracontius and Vulpinaris are already there. The shape of the Dahlia pierces the pall of darkness, moving at a tilt, oars slapping the water as if the legs of a wounded insect. Storm clouds gather in the sky as it starts pouring rain. By mere inertia, the Dahlia reaches the piers, but does not stop, slamming into the Narcissus, your own ship. Seemingly only a miracle spares the ship of your custodians from being wrenched off of her mooring. On the pier, though, soldiers stare stunned, only 2 with torches to light the area, despite the mounting rain. The 2 legionnaires who are closest approach, reporting back, "Looks like they're all dead! Oh, gods, it's horrible!" One of the torchbearers steps onto the boat, and as he does, you all see that he's immediately grabbed from the head with a pair of incredibly black-skinned, gnarled hands, and then pulled back with long digits and curved claws that seem to almost tear his head from his shoulders. Then, as the body of the soldier crumbles and blood mixes with rain, his colleague seems to be lifted and chucked out at all of you. If someone would like, you can make me a sensibility check to see you get a better view, because through the rain and darkness of night, it's very hard to actually see what the hell is going on here.
I can do that. Does anyone have higher than an 11?
8.
I have a 15.
Yes.
I
you
rolled
should do
an
it.
8.
7.
What's 13?
4.
Okay. So, sorry, the DT is 9. Who got just at 9? Do I have anyone at like 10? 10, 11, 12? Damn.
I got 13.
You had 13? Okay, so you have 2 degrees of success. So in the rain, covered in blood, you see a shape straight out of your nightmare. Humanoid, taller than 7 feet, thin, muscular, moving at unnatural speeds. It moves with a certainty of living darkness, slinking into the shadows amid the panic, almost going overboard. I don't suppose anyone got a, what would that be, an 18?
No.
And in that
18
chaos, as that one who was chucked at you, Caius immediately, "Forward perimeter! No one moves alone!" And he is not thorough at that sentence when they all hear somebody being disemboweled near the bunkhouses. Dracontius, with motion, "I'm getting on board the ship to check for survivors." And he draws a Bugio and lingers near one of the bodies. It looks like the survivor who was tossed at you. He's kind of hovering right above him with a pulled dagger. Now, it's difficult to read his intentions, but the stiffness that you get from his second in command looks as almost with that kind of fright that you can easily interpret that this guy might be about to get stabbed. And by that I mean Dracontius is about to stab the guy who saw with a clearer view whatever the hell that just was.
So he's threatening another soldier?
Well, yeah, the guy on the ground. It looks like he's just like stepped on board and is trying to do this. He's not being super covert about it, but he is like, you know. Here, I got a thing. He's drawn and looks like he is going to, you know, mercy a man out of existence.
You know what to do, Rico.
I don't see any of this.
I'll
right?
draw my sword.
I rolled too low.
No, you can all see this at this point. You didn't see the guy, the thing that was like did all of this, but you can see this dude. So, what are you going to do?
Wait, okay, so what's?
The guy has a blade about to stab
Yeah.
somebody.
Yeah.
The only witness who is still alive. The other dude will not be able to answer your questions because he does not have a head.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna
I'll go
bring
up
out
and like.
my bow and shoot from a distance. Oh, or do you want to go in?
Well, if you want to shoot him, go ahead. My thought was because we're not that far away from them.
You're
right?
not. You don't. You probably don't even need to shoot him. You could probably just go and grab him if you wanted to.
Yeah, I was just gonna grab
Okay.
his hand. And
All right.
stop his
Roll me
downthrow.
roll me decorpore.
Zoom tight. What is it?
Decorpore, your physicality.
There it is. Okay. That is a 2.
Oh,
Do you want to use a hero point to reroll
Can I-
that?
I'll use it. I'll use a hero point. Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 6.
It's total. That's your whole decorpore roll. What is your decorpore score?
What's that?
What's your physical score?
It's 8, I think. Right? Physical decorpore. Yeah, it's 8. I have a +2 for carousing, but that's it.
Well, yeah, you try and grab his hand, and he just powers through and stabs this guy.
cool.
Why?
Cool. Yeah, that's very rude. I don't appreciate that. What was that? Why did you do that?
Wasn't one-
What did you do?
Wasn't
that?
one of my soldiers. That was one.
So that didn't.
It was a druid. And he kicks off
So
the.
just go.
We don't
How
have
do
time
we
to
know
debate
it's
this.
a
That
druid?
thing is still out there. Light
I'm not
torches.
debating, I'm asking questions.
You can't just call everything you don't like a druid and stab it. That's not how this works.
He was a
Exactly.
prisoner, and he was on this ship. I don't know why he was on his way back, but he clearly snuck aboard. He probably led the monster to the boat after killing some of the soldiers and stealing the metals from the Principia. Something must have gone wrong.
I'm feeling very Kill Bill right now, like the da 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 da.
You're gonna hear a scream, and then in the wound that the guy appears to be clutching very lightly, the woman, Valua, will move and quickly apply. You need to apply something to the wound and begin crying. Don't have time for this. Rest of you, move. Light torches. Like I said, no one goes alone. We cannot let that creature into the fort.
Can I roll? Is the guy dead, or
No, he seems in the process of dying, but if you can try and stabilize him with a science medicine check.
I've got an 11, so I'll try it. Yeah, that is a 9.
Okay.
Guy rolls a science check better than he rolls a fucking physicality
So
check.
you help, and as the rest move off and get him into a stable condition, enough that he kind of. I'm sorry. I tried to save myself. So many others died, and the guards tried to leave with the rest, without the rest of us. But that thing was running through the mines and then leaped on the boat as we were leaving. I should have known. They were fools to try and leave at night. They only come at night, mostly.
What comes at night? What was it?
Monster. Light the fires. I don't approach the large fires. And then he seems to fall back into unconsciousness. I'll see to my brother. Nephew. Sorry, my brain. Ugh.
My brother's kid.
My sister's child. You are not safe out there. From the sounds of that, we need to all go inside the fort. We need to all get inside the walls now. And she'll pick up the admittedly skinnier and lighter man with some difficulty and begin more so dragging him towards the walls of the fort. And I think there would be a great place as the soldiers create a tight perimeter around the walls and rush you inside to take our first break of the evening. So stick around, folks. We will be right back. And thank you all so much for those who have donated thus far. Your help has been appreciated. So if you want to keep supporting your players, it's $5 for a hero point, $10 for a villain point. And there's a lot of villain points already, but we appreciate it so much. That all being said, take care of yourselves. We'll be doing the same. And I look forward to Scene 4, The Siege. See you soon. Hello everyone, I hope your break was very restful. We have returned and I'm immediately putting my players into mortal danger. So let's hit that lovely, lovely music and get into it. As you all now hunkers down in the Principia, the warning to you was that it enjoys the darkness and will not go anywhere near large fires. There are obviously areas where large fires could be built as you are huddled behind the walls, but and within the kind of area you were just having dinner, but to try and get something else going, you're looking about. There's not much spare wood.
Plenty of it in the walls. Where's the peat mosque? Where's the peat kept?
You didn't see anything. That being said, you are stationed in there with the remaining soldiers and Dracontius and his second in command.
Well, up comes the old sword.
Well, of course. Though, of course, if you also want to ask any questions, you can.
Yeah. I was going to say, the way you reacted is not the first time you've seen these things. What's going on here?
Why don't you make me a Debello roll?
Oh, God. This isn't going to be good, is it?
What do you mean this isn't going to be good? I thought you were a fighter. Don't you have a really high Debello score?
Oh, Debello. Okay. No, I thought you were going. I thought you were having me do social for a second. Oh yeah. So yeah. Yeah, I got a really good one. Hold on. $10.
10. Okay, that is going to be 2 degrees of success.
So let me add tactics or swords, which
Yeah.
that'll
Look,
bring it up to it.
everything was fine until some time ago. Initially, it was just some people going missing, but then at first people started to die, and that's when we figured out something was in the damn tunnels. Something we haven't ever seen before. I don't even know if it has a name for what this thing is. And at first, it only attacked at the edge of the tunnels. Miners, not important people, doesn't matter, but it's been getting bolder, striking even outside. I mean, some people have said there might be more than one, but I don't think that's possible. But
Why do you think that?
I don't know, because it can't possibly be more than one of these fucking nightmares. Obviously, though, now the entire island over there might be compromised.
Would now be an opportune time for an augury?
No. Maybe, I don't know. Up to you. Because you're gonna hear a scream from the back room. As
Inside the fort?
inside the fort and inside the building the main building that y'all have clustered yourselves into. As your Contius swings the door open, I told you to board the windows and not be alone. And he clearly makes his way back, and you hear people rapidly thudding nails in all around you. That these open windows, up until the wood is being placed over them, a torch being held out in front as best they can.
This is a single-story building, or does it have more than?
Yeah. He comes back out wielding two cruel-looking blades, and passes one to Voltaeus. If you'd like, you can make me a sensibility score.
Me specifically, or anyone?
Anyone, actually, rather. Sorry, not sensibility, science score.
Science. Still pretty good at that. E10.
10.
10? Yeah, science
9?
roll.
Or 10 if we're rounding up.
Yeah, so why would you round up on the dice you rolled? Either way,
Well, because I rolled a D10 and divided it in half, which is 3.5.
That's a D5, yeah. Okay, in that case, you both of you will notice that those two blades seem to be the same make that you were shown of the Pugio, that appears to be made of the exact metal that you were aware of. He motions the back. There's extra weapons should you need them. Bows, torches, go on yourselves, damn it.
Already got that taken care of. Slide my shield around off my back and onto my arm.
No. Go and get something from the back.
Is there some kind of roof access? You said the other hut had like an open roof for the tall fire.
This is the room with that.
That's two, right?
Yeah, this is that room. This is the same room. There's not been many buildings. That's why he's telling you. You do not want to get in close combat with these things. My men come back burned.
Well, that's why I was thinking Lucius could get up on the roof and...
Do not go out into the darkness. If you want your friend to go out into the roof, you're sentencing your friend to die.
We can't fight what we can't see.
Yeah,
We have to learn about
that
it.
is why we stay around the fire. We wait this thing out till the dawn, where it retreats away. Then I can get you over the island, perhaps, and then you can hopefully put a stop to wherever the fuck this is. By Jupiter, I've been said the dumbest group of idiots.
Terrarium, Nino.
To the weaponry. Get yourselves something to make some fire with. Altogether, you can tell he's clearly a bit more of a soldiery type than you may have initially given him credit for.
Alright, so he's saying if we go in the morning, we can take care of this thing tomorrow, is what he's saying? Or just...
Yes, he says
we
this,
just- oh, okay.
from what
We're
you've
gonna
told
wait
this
it out
thing...
tonight.
Yeah.
How would we be able to find it tomorrow, though, is the
You're
thing.
not here to find it, you're here to blow the hell out of whatever it is in the cave. Stop asking questions for 5 seconds and get yourself some incendiary arrows.
Nino. No fala isu. No.
No, okay.
Kalia Boca.
If you're brushing him off, he just will, stick you with this and then be on his way. That doesn't mean anything.
That's the northern spirit.
Oh, there you go. That's the Roman one. Anyway,
Why they stuck him on this
acerbic
island.
interpretations aside, what are you all doing?
I mean, what is there to do? Like, we need to get eyes on this thing to see even how many we're dealing with.
Yeah. So are we? So we're in a building. Is there like roof access? I can get.
If you want to
Two.
try and throw a rope up through the center hearth area, you could absolutely do that, but you were told that's a death sentence.
Okay. Well, I would like to survive.
Yeah, this
my
guy's told us
second
other
first
stuff
game,
that didn't
so-
turn out to be true.
Oh, good point. Yeah. So what do we know about this thing? Like, what? Yeah. Why would this be a death sentence, though? Did he explain that?
Well, you all saw
Just
this
to do
thing
it,
rip a
we'll
man's
both
head
know
clean off, so that doesn't
Right.
seem
But if
good.
I'm going
Have we
up
tried talking
above,
to
though.
it?
You have not. It did not prove a very good conversational partner.
I don't know. He looked kind of hot.
I mean, you just got to get him engaged on a topic he's passionate about. That's all.
Yeah. Maybe he just
Yeah.
doesn't.
So you've been dismembering long?
Maybe he's just really upset about something.
Yeah. Maybe
He doesn't know how to
he
express
just
himself.
Went through a breakup,
Yeah.
or maybe we're misgendering him. Maybe they, them, she, her.
Yeah, that could be.
They, pair. Like.
They could be being audited currently. That's a lot of
Kirk is
stress.
so done with
So
us.
is
Oh,
there
God,
anything
it
you are
really is,
actually
yeah.
doing, or are you all sitting around your hands and letting folks get pulled through
Twiddling our
windows?
thumbs.
I mean,
Is there-
aside from kicking open the door and swinging at it, I'm not sure what I could do.
Wait. Okay. If it's
Have
pulling
they-
people.
Have they noticed anything that it's shows like an aversion to, like besides fire, like weakness, like
Light and fire.
anything that's harmed it already?
You haven't seen it harm anything, you haven't seen it be harmed by anything.
Okay.
You heard a guy get pulled
Yeah,
through a
good.
window.
Yeah.
Okay.
And the commander seems to think that like it's never been harmed.
And
they haven't been able to do anything.
How
against it.
often have
Incendiary
they-
Arrows. He told you all to go get yourself some incendiary arrows.
Okay.
And I'll go grab
Okay,
some, I guess.
Yeah.
Stock up on those.
How many times have
I'm
they
going
encountered this thing?
To write a little note
You
saying
did not
it
get
gets
the
better.
you did not get the whole diatribe from him. He said
Okay.
it started going bad. It initially was just killing people at the edge of the mine. Now it's here. This is fucked. This whole thing's fucked.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I feel like this
I've-
is the first time it's actually attacked the main thing.
And now he obviously is wielding swords from the metal they mined from the quarry, or the mine rather, which means they do have the capability that someone has been making weaponry of this here, and he is profiting from it. Or they're at least using it right now to not die.
Can we send him out there?
Good luck.
I mean, there's 4 of us.
There's
Yeah.
14 of his soldiers with him and his second in command.
I can take 7 of them.
Maybe
Just,
the
like,
monster
goes
is right.
for him. Yeah, maybe we just sit back and don't do anything.
You just guys
I mean, he
get ready
told us
yourselves?
to-
I mean, sure, yeah. If y'all just want to sit by the
Prop
fire
my feet up on the heart.
as they try and get ready, eventually a slow stillness will sit over the area here as everyone pulls back, or at least stays near the windows. The commander and his second in command joining up with you. And it seems like all is peaceful. Perhaps this wasn't overblown. Perhaps it's not as great a danger. And that's when one of the windows bursts through with a fist, and that sudden gust of wind from the storm outside knocks out all nearby light. As you hear another 2 soldiers scream as you hear the sound of something being thrust through lower abdomens and through chests. As a large figure looms in the darkness.
I toss another piece of peat on the fire.
From what other peat? What peat do you have?
I'm sure there's a pile of peat in here. If
There is not.
I've never
Is
said
there
pile of peat before.
Pile of peat.
a way to like
Yeah.
put a like oil-soaked rag or something on the spear to light it so that the edge of my spear is like flame tipped?
Let me. If you had gone previously and followed the commander's point to go get supplies, make incendiary arrows, there might have been a place where you could have done that.
Well, I didn't say that we were going to do nothing.
You said I want roof access, and we're not going anywhere.
I
with it.
didn't say that.
You didn't say
that.
anything, which I took as a accommodation with the rest of the group. Silence is
I
acceptance.
was
No,
thinking...
at the very beginning, I said roof access. You
Yeah.
said no.
Yeah.
And then you said incendiaries. I'm like, okay, I guess we're doing that.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's
what
not
happened.
what the rest of the group seemed to settle on.
I don't know how to
Well,
play
it's what
this.
I
said I
settled
grabbed
on.
And
Yeah.
I was thinking, Turk, about what I could do because I'm not meant for combat. So this
If
character...
you wanted to, then I will say...
Thank you.
Apparently, I missed this in all of y'all's contempt
did.
for
I
people
heard
trying
it.
to help you survive. That there was two
There's-
large barrels of tar and cloth strips that you could have
Okay.
wrapped around a spear and then dipped
That's-
it in.
That's what I want to do.
Okay, you
Okay,
have
my,
a
my arrows. I've got incendiary arrows.
fantastic.
Yeah, I'll send a flaming arrow its way. I guess it's in the doorway. You said.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Yeah, I'm shooting a
Yeah, I'll-
fucking flaming arrow.
So make me debello checks with your and it's going to be
Cool, with
your
my-
ranged weapon.
With my ability, I roll nature
Okay.
instead with my arrow.
Yeah, with your short bow, which is only a
Yeah.
as long as it's difficulty of 6 or lower, you get to roll with nature instead.
So
Is this a? Would this be considered hunting?
No.
Okay, I figured I'd try. Do a D8 and 2
I got a
D4.
10.
You can still apply
With
your
my
debello
short bow.
bonuses to it as per your ability. It's just,
if I can apply tactics, I got a 11.
I don't
Ooh.
think this is a tactic situation.
This is a 10.
Yeah, so I got a 10 as well.
Okay, so you both got a 10. That's definitely over the DT for anything we could for the partial obscurity. Let me pull up
Those
its
shoulder releasing
stats here really quick. Something 10. Okay. In that case, how much damage does that do?
Ooh,
6
that's a
for
cool-
me.
Same. Yes.
Okay.
So we're both using short bows, right?
Yeah.
Marcus. So 6, yeah. Why did I put the Latin names in here? I think I just wanted to be impressive.
You're doing great, sweetie. So you both with the fire arrows
Wait, did
going
you say
forward.
sweetie?
Yeah, you both with the fire arrows. You both go forward, and it seems like as the arrows almost look like they want to not break through, but with the fire, it seems to stick. And as that fire applies, whatever is covering this thing's skin is horrifying. It like seems to catch as it lets out this unearthly, like wheel thing. I can't quite hit the pitch.
Sorry, my sound cut out. Could you make that noise again?
No, I cannot. Fuck you. But as it and immediately starts and turns back, and the entire rest of the guard detachment here sits in absolute defensive posture, not letting up for a second. No one moves to light the fire unless you guys do so yourselves or other torches around the room. The two bodies that are there on the floor swell and pool blood rather around onto the ground. But nothing else moves. until dawn begins creeping up for the next day.
Lucius, have you ever seen anything like that in your travels?
Have I? Is there a roll I can make, or is
Not
this
a
just
fucking
no?
chance.
Okay, not a fucking
Nearly
chance.
8 feet tall, an oblong head, does not seem to have eyes or ears, but an enormous mouth with sharp fangs, and a telescopic tongue that seems to almost have more teeth as it hissed at you. 4 limbs, and it can moves on 2 and 4 legs. The entire body seems to be like almost like insectoid-like armor. That looked like it was going to block those arrows off without any trouble. And its tail, which as you saw it alighted briefly with incendiary arrows, had cleanly pierced through like as if it were a spear itself.
This whole
Game
thing's a
over,
weapon.
man. Game over.
Did we fuck up? I think we fucked up.
Maybe.
As dawn approaches and light begins streaming over the island, the people in the Principia dare to move back to the pier. The captain and his crew are already hard at work on repairing the ship, but the Dahlia is without a doubt sunk. I'm assuming you all have followed the group down here to see what the hell has gone on.
Yeah.
So there's clearly been a broken rudder and breaches in the hull could lead to taking on water on board when the ship enters the belligerent seas back to civilization. Should that happen, the Narcissus would probably face the same fate as the Dahlia. Therefore, Carvilius would tell you all that to return to Britannia's safe coast, you need to first repair the damage, and unfortunately, all of the tools they really need to make extensive repairs are on Locus Beta, on the hunting grounds of those monsters. Or that monster, he's not certain.
Well,
He's fairly certain that the Narcissus could probably bring you over with some light repairs just to Locus Beta, but we needs to find something to plug the hull breaches for long enough.
What could we use to plug the holes in the breaches?
Well, we'd need something strong, sail like a canvas. We could use it to cover the breaches and treat it with pitch. Flexible material, you understand. Like a shell of armor.
And where would we find that?
Well, we'd need quite a bit of pitch, and we'd need quite a bit of leathers or sail.
I don't know if we can find enough seagulls in that time.
No, we just have to find the thongs. Remember?
yeah.
Have
the
been already
thongs
made
together.
from the Stigal leather. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's no market
Well,
here,
I mean,
right?
we have one.
There,
we have
you're
one wrecked
staring
ship
at the
and one
market. It
sinking,
is
right?
the market is the ship, but I will.
The one that just sank?
I will
Ships
give
look good
you.
with thongs?
I will give you a.
Is it
I'll
just-
give you this one for free. You saw a whole bunch of leather, and you're aware there's a whole bunch
Yeah,
of
yeah.
pitch.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This shouldn't be a problem. We know there's leather
Yeah.
and other pitch. Let's go get it.
All right.
By the way, we know you have leather and pitch. Surprise.
You're very
Now we
clever.
know what we're using that.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I will take that. Congratulations.
And we'll also take that leather and pitch.
To repair the ship, fine. Go sail. We'll
Yeah,
go
so
with
let's
you.
fix the
Grab the
ship,
leather
and we got to get over to this other island. That's for certain, because we're bound to the Roman Empire, so we cannot leave until we've achieved our goal or die trying.
Oh, of course, yes.
I prefer not to die trying.
Right, of course, yes. Well, we'll have you assisted with the repairs. Anyways, and they'll quickly get to work. It's a simple matter of dipping the various layers of leather in pitch and then applying them over over the opening in the hull. It'll prove watertight, but for how long, that's between you and the gods.
I don't know why that tickled my fancy.
If you're ready, you can head out for sail now.
Yeah, let's do it.
Yes,
Okay.
we better be.
Yeah.
Sooner we kill this thing, the sooner we're off this wretched island.
I'm kind of fond of this island now. I'm kidding. No, I want off. Yeah.
Alright, so the ship is not in good condition, but it somehow manages to reach Locust Beta, even despite its lack of rudder, which makes it a bit hard for your captain to rightfully guide it in, as it requires a lot of manual navigation of the sails by some very strong soldiers on the ropes. But you manage to make your way to the pier and toss out a rope and tie down, but it's become very clear as you reach it that the Narcissus is already taking on water, and if you want to go back, you're going to need all the repair tools that are on here, and that's going to mean you need to create a safe environment for these sailors to do their work, which they are going to begin doing, of course, as soon as they can. That being said, beyond the sounds of that light work, the island is dead silent, almost as if uninhabited. From the pier, Dracontius will follow you and motion towards what looks to be a small garrison building. Though as he tries the handle to pull, it appears locked.
Kick it in.
Yeah, you can make me a vigor check to try and force it.
All right.
Do it. Do
Vigor.
it.
Vigor. Oh, I rolled the wrong one. Hold on. That's the one. 7.
7. So the door will swing open easily, and with a hand and forearm attached to it. Inside is a blood-curdling scene. The bodies of soldiers lay on the ground, their limbs wretched and piled. Legs, arms, heads, entrails scattered everywhere, a couple even with the horrible burn marks on their face and upper limbs. There's a hole in the rotten ceiling, marks the likely entrance of whatever got in here, which must have caught them by surprise, although a couple of dented and ruined weapons on the ground hint at least an attempt to resist. Dracontius holds as long as he can, and then runs out just outside the door, and you hear the sound of a man losing his breakfast and dinner and lunch.
Too much seagull egg quiche.
Yeah, no reason to remain.
Does this count as something that I can do it? Can I look at the entrance?
Legally, according to the gods, you shouldn't commit augury on a living person. That is for barbarians.
They're
who wear
not
pants.
living anymore.
Why don't you make me a
We're doing
science? Why don't you make me a science check instead, as you're looking
We're
things
doing
over?
it for the sake of the Empire.
Science. I'm not good at science. I don't want to make a science check.
Well, someone can make a science check if you like, if you're brave enough to check things out.
7.
Yeah.
7.
Okay, well.
That's absolutely enough. As you recognize, these corpses are not days old, but hours. A handful of them.
This just happened.
So they're not far then.
Which means there's more than one.
Custodes, more bodies, you hear from outside. And quickly you are shuffled over to what appears to be a shack for a ramshackle thing that you would guess that the miners were kept in, and there's a similar scene there. Again, the ramshackle would not have provided much, if any, protection here. And these two have, appear to have recently been very recently killed. But if I can get another science check.
I'll try this one. 6.
You're doing the math on bodies, and it seems from what you've been told that there are too few. Other miners might still be in the mine, but it's as you're going through and shuffling them around a little bit that you hear what appears to be the cry of someone from within.
I'll check it out.
You move aside someone else's body and find a living man. My name is Firmus Masminianus. I'm the taskmaster. Please, you have to get me out of here.
What happened here?
We started using fire to dig. Until then, we just used high pressure water, as they do in Britannia, but the adamance was rarer and rarer, and so we thought that cooking the walls would make mining easier. Eventually, though, we found something in tunnels, carved, but like slimy cobwebs, and that's when the attacks began. They came last night, slaughtered us. I hid. I had to survive.
I'll look at the explorer, and Lucius, and I'll say, like, sounds to me they kicked into this thing's nest with fire and it reacted. Not much differently than a cave bear would if you traipsed into its cave.
Please, allow me to get your people to the warehouse and unlock it and help with the repairs. If you'll just take me off this damn island.
Are we allowed to?
He's the taskmaster, not a prisoner.
Oh, okay. Greg, the taskmaster, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so they... Let me make sure I have this right. My neurospicy brain is misfiring. So they essentially accidentally dug into its nest with fire.
Using
and
fire,
we're
they were
assuming...
able to access the new tunnels, which led them to finding existing tunnels that were terrifying and scary, and then the attacks began.
All right, that's what. Okay, it's about what I. Okay, cool. I got that. So we just caused a major fire in these tunnels.
Sounds like that's what drew him out in the first place.
Well, I mean, just say fuck it, burn everything in there.
Do we have that? Can we make a fire that big? There aren't really any trees to speak of.
Fair.
I think we also need to possibly focus on getting these people off of this island.
There's just the one survivor that we know about, right?
Yeah.
This person should know what's in the mines. What is in there? What's the layout? What are we going to run into when we go in?
I can
guide
guide
the map.
I can try, but I can guide you to the warehouse. It's within the mines. It's on the. In order to get the things you need, you need to go down to the second floor down. on the lift. I can show you the way to the warehouse and get people. I can get some supplies for you. I'll show you the way to it and unlock it for you, even.
Okay.
Okay, let us go.
Lead the way.
I feel like one of us should make some kind of like insight type roll.
Let's vibe check this guy.
Yeah, is there a vibe check?
That'd probably be a society roll.
Who has you are? I just said half a sentence. Sorry.
Yeah, who is you?
That's
I
a
think-
10.
We all knew who you were talking about.
Thank you.
A 10.
The diplomat.
He is terrified.
Yes.
He is
That's the word.
scared. He is willing to make this deal to get off the island, but you can tell this is like his last hope, and even he doesn't fully believe that you'll all get out of here in time.
I believe time is of the essence. So,
I believe time is a myth.
In that case, you all enter in. The mine is larger and deeper than one would think. As you enter this first corridor, steps are carved in the rock leading down. You can immediately see that there is an improvised furnace, workshops maintain tools, and storerooms to keep food away from the humidity of the surface. Just this far down already, it is a dry air here. Massimianus will lead them with determination through the main warehouse at either side of the main corridor, with small rooms closed by thick wood doors, which contain digging tools and supplies, weapons, and even 2 adamant daggers kind of on display. He pauses, though, near a larger storage locker, opening it with a hopeful expression and drawing a large backpack with a copper vessel that feeds into a waxed pipe with a large lever. Beside it, there is another sealed amphora that could be kind of a replacement for the one. These may have been the cause of our troubles, but perhaps we can turn the wheel of fortuna in our favor now. And he motions for one of you to take it.
Why isn't
grab
he
it.
taking it?
Because he's only going to fight with these things.
I'll take it.
You step forward and he slides it onto your back. Here, and he shows you sort of how to begin. How do you begin using the ignibalista, or the fire thrower?
Ooh.
Greek fire, is that what we got here?
Basically, what it is you take the long tube and hold it out, and you begin pumping with one hand. It's going to take an action to reload this every single time you use it. When you do, it shoots fuel, which someone else must ignite for you.
Oh, that's fucked up. That's really cool.
And you have 6 uses of this, and you have to be in a short distance. You can't be super far away with it. And the other person will need to make a coordination check. But
Did not
he
burn their
warns
hand,
you
though.
that it's very, very finicky. So you have to be very careful with it.
What I'm hearing is get ready to burn up some hero points.
Yeah,
How many
I'm
hero
telling
points do
you,
you
I'm telling
have?
you right now as a friend that if you get a 1, 2, or 3 results when you are rolling for either of the people here in this situation, the whole damn thing could blow up.
Oh.
That's
love
just a
it.
1, 2, 3 on any of the dice.
Oh.
Still less dangerous than that time I was in Germany. So
okay, so you're going to be aiming the fuel. Who's going to be the one lighting it up on fire?
I've got the thing strapped on my back, so someone else is gonna have to light it.
It could. I know there was a
Those
question of what you can do at range. You could also put it on the back of people who want to be at a distance here, and you could be up there with a sword and still chopping away.
Is that what we want to do then?
Up to you. I'll also offer that there does seem to be another crate made of much stronger wood and bound by heavy steel that you could potentially try and force open, but it's going to take a really good roll.
Do it. Somebody do it. Not me.
What's the roll?
What kind of roll?
Vigor.
Yeah.
No, definitely not me.
Mine's not super great.
No.
Wait,
Not
did
me.
really none of us have vigor? Are you all right?
I've got a 6 in vigor.
That's worse than
I got
mine.
an 8.
Yeah, I'm suffice to say you can't beat the DT 15 to open this up.
Oh god, no.
Yeah.
No.
So yeah, you have a ignibalista. You've got a bunch of insectoid things potentially down further in here. I need to know who's got the blast pack and who's lighting them up.
Well, who wants the blast pack? Because I'll switch to my sword,
No, bow and arrow.
What roll
and I could probably
is it?
flame my sword up with the oil.
Like which one is something that we can't fail? Like what are we rolling with? That-
So it's a debello to attack.
Yeah.
But then
Okay.
it's a coordination roll to light it on fire. So
Oh,
coordination.
I have the best attack, probably.
Speaking of
Also
best
not-
attack
16 to
of the
attack.
group.
I don't do well in either of those. So if it's got a backfire roll,
my
that's-
coordination is super high.
you should do that one.
Yeah. In that
But
case,
also
I should
my-
probably use the flamethrower, and you do the coordination check.
So my coordination is a 13, but my nature, which I use for my bow and arrow, is 16.
I definitely can't do
So it
anything
sounds like you're
with
the
it.
only one who could help with this that won't have it immediately blow up, basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you might
Okay,
want to start
cool.
with this, and then if it all else fails, you can just duck away and start shooting with your bow. That being said,
Okay, cool.
This does 1d6 damage immediately, and then another d6 damage at the beginning of each turn. Oh wait, that's not right. That's burning creatures. Ooh, okay. Never mind. That does a whole bunch of other stuff that's really good.
Oh.
It might not necessarily do. Oh, okay. There you go. I figured out what it is. That being said, you have this, and your taskmaster friend Massimianos motions. Greg, sure. Greg Massimianos motions for you all to come along quickly because there's a lift to go further down.
Go.
Okay.
So just to clarify, I'm wearing the flamethrower. Someone else is lighting me on. Like our explorer friend.
Atreus
Lucius.
is yes.
Yes.
Lucius Atreus.
There's nothing wrong with the person in charge of your technical equipment being named for lemons. Never once has war equipment being called a lemon ever gone wrong. That being said, the materials to repair the ship are one level below you all in the main warehouse.
Okay.
Though as you get closer, you see that this whole thing is serviced by a water-powered lift that can be seems to have a very difficult operation. So the ropes and overall structure seem a bit rickety and damaged, but that's really not your primary concern, other than the bodies that are scattered about its entrance. But if you'd like, Massimianus, Greg, seems to have indicated that he could move you all down with ease. He's familiar with the controls.
Okay, so you're gonna lower us down, and what do we need to grab?
We just need access to the warehouse. We start getting things from there and begin moving it up piece by piece. There's repair things there, wood unspoiled by the open air of the sea. Enough to get us a way out of here. Perhaps even collapse the mine.
Okay.
And if you all load up,
Yep.
he'll begin deftly
Our only way out is
maneuvering the
down.
ropes with a familiar experience, unfazed by the early vibrations you all feel as it begins to tuck down. Don't worry, it'll stop soon. As it does, a few moments later, as you are just beginning to see the start of the cutting for the second level of the floors, you feel the entire platform shudder, and then as a rope above you snaps, and the whole lift begins to plummet.
Ooh.
Luckily, though, it's not long after that you feel the platform jam and stop. What appears to be just a few feet off the ground. You've all been thrown, of course, and tumbled to the ground, but there's no real damage. But with that rope snapping, you now find yourselves at the 5th level down, with no real way back up. Pranked.
Cool.
So we shot past the warehouse, or didn't quite?
You shot past it. Okay, so to give you a reference, you're at. Imagine you're Europeans translating this to English, okay? And you say negative level 1. All right, level -1 is where you were at because you took the stairs down. Then you got on a lift and you wanted to go to negative level 2, but now you're at negative level 5.
Gotcha.
Are there stairs?
As you ask that question, perhaps out loud to your group, must be honest, we'll note that there's a smaller lift that the miners use when the main one is jammed, but it's located on the other side of this level. It's just beyond the area where the tunnels where most of the miners were beginning to disappear. That's why we stopped using it. And no sooner has he mentioned that then you already can seem to hear something clamoring around.
Of course. Well, I think time is definitely of the essence.
I'm very excited to say this, because I know it's going to make one of you so happy. I need one of you to determine yourself as a leader, and I need that leader to make an exploration roll.
Oh, cool. Hi,
Slap
everyone.
Lucius on the back.
Crack that. Okay, I've got this.
It's going to be a pretty hard check, so bring your A game.
Okay, so that is an
Burn up
8,
some hero
9,
points.
10, 11, 12, 13.
Well, okay then. So
If that doesn't beat it, I have a little thingy I can do.
So absolutely that does beat it.
Okay.
For the folks who don't know, what was your De Natura score with exploration?
My main thing is 16, and I get a +2 from exploration.
So you have an 18 you could roll with.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
So
I
that's
was thinking
another-
about that the wrong way too. I was thinking.
Oh, you don't add it to the result, you add it to the value before. Yeah.
Oh,
Gotcha.
well, I mean, it's give or take a 1.
Okay. In that case, you still passed it, and you rolled a 13, you said?
10, 11, 12, 13. Yeah.
Okay. In that case, you have definitely got 2 degrees of success there, which is more than you might initially. But I need everyone to make a sensibility check right now.
Sensibility.
I need you to sense some sensibility.
Thank you. That is.
That's a
7.
6.
Yeah, I only got a 4.
12.
With 12, one of you spots something lurking, similar creature, same size, shape, just closer and climbing above on the tunnels, and you can call it out to your friends just in time that we can enter combat.
Ooh.
So, how this is going to work. You outnumber this thing 4-1, which means you get to determine who is going to be engaged and fighting up close, and who is going to be disengaged and fighting from range. Your flamethrower is shot from a range, though close range, to be fair. So, short range rather. So, your DT is only 3. Your damage, your difficulty threshold is only 3 to hit. but you still need to be close. So, that being said, if no one chooses to be engaged, I get to pick who this guy gets to pair up with. So...
Well, I need to use the thrower, so I really can't be engaged.
Mhm.
I'll
engage.
I'll engage.
And
Yeah.
you can still have the equipment you had before. So if you had the ability to make a flaming spear or want to wrap your weapons in leather to take strikes, you absolutely can do that.
Yeah.
So
That's
you can set
fine.
your weapons flaming.
I would like to do that.
All right, as you all ignite, it has extra arms giving it 2, which means it is not outnumbered by both of you being engaged. But we will still open. Which one of you would like to try your debello against my creature first? I need to get my.
I'll do it.
I just realized how powerful these guys are. Damn.
Oh, awesome.
It's the
Cool.
LC spirit.
Okay,
Hey.
roll me debello with whatever weapon you are using. As why am I using physical dice? I'll just trust. Literally, digital dice have never failed me when I am a GM. So
Okay.
let me just do this here. Roll 20 likes me. And... Okay, wow. What'd you get?
A 5.
I got a 16.
Okay.
Fuck, Turk.
Hey, you're fighting a Xenomonstrum, okay? So
I don't know what that means.
you know exactly what it means. Game over, man. So our
Maybe
first
they don't show
attack.
up on infrared at all.
The first attack means that.
I mean, sweetie, not man.
The first attack means so I am 16. You are 3.
What if I made you? I don't know if I want to do this already. Never
Would you like
mind.
to make me re-roll? You can do it once a turn.
Oh, I thought I
Tempest
could
is
only do it once a
once
combat.
Once a Tempest. So Tempest is
then
once
yeah.
a round. Yeah, if you'd like to make me re-roll one of the die,
Yeah,
I
re-roll
rolled
that fucking
I rolled a
shit.
2, a 5, and a 9. What would you like me to have
Okay.
me roll?
Isn't it the whole roll?
Oh, let's double check and clarify because that's what we're all about this
Yeah.
time. We're all here to learn. We are doing, y'all. We're
All
killing
here
it.
to
I'm-
learn, have
First
fun.
off, big shout out to
die.
LC, like, getting no like prep in how to actually like do this, getting literally moments to familiarize yourself with a completely alien system. Like, okay, so once per Tempest, the Augur may force an
Really
opponent to
good
repeat a
GM
debello roll, but you can do the whole thing. Yeah. All right, I'll do it again.
But you rolled a what now?
I rolled 16. I rolled 3d10.
Yeah, but like what were the first 2 rolls?
A 2 and a
besides the
5
9?
and a 9.
Can I make you roll 2 of them over? Or do I have to pick all 3?
It does say the whole roll, but
Okay. No.
But all right,
Okay.
all right. We'll do it. We'll do all 3 again. 14, a 3, and 8, and a 3.
Oh, much better. Much better.
Whew! I thought that was gonna be hard. No, okay, so the difference there is 11, which
Yeah.
is. Oh boy, we're gonna hope for
One hit, kill me.
We're gonna.
Fucking do
LCD,
it.
you wanna? LCD, you wanna re-roll?
So yeah, you could re-roll your.
My debello is 8. It's not. It
LCD
doesn't
stand
matter.
system.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, but yeah.
So I'm
We'll
gonna
see,
roll this. Okay. Good news. Not a high roll. Bad news. This is gonna be multiplied by 4. So that is going to be 3, 6, 9, 12 damage.
It was so close to killing me.
Lord.
All right. Well, I have that armor on actually. So
You do have the
Give me a
armor, so it
reach
is going to be minus your 3. So
So
9 damage. Okay.
Awesome.
As this
cool.
thing basically almost completely shows you what your insides look like with its hands.
Take me out, man.
Bagarok, our diplomat.
I guess I'll attack.
Just roll me a debello. If you can get higher than this, it's all good.
Oh my god.
I got a 6.
Okay.
Yeah,
I got
hero point.
Yeah, to be fair, I know these two's particular debello is not super high because I got
Yeah.
a 13. So that is going to be 7, which means only a damage multiplier of 3, which means when I roll this d10, we are still hoping for low numbers, low numbers, low numbers.
Who are you hitting?
A bag of rock in this case.
Okay.
So that's only a 1 I rolled, which means that is 3 damage.
I have leather armor and a shield.
Oh, your parry score is added to the value. What's your shield's value?
Oh,
So we take your parry and add it to what you rolled, and that decreases the potential modifier.
my shield value is just +1.
Okay, so you rolled. What was your roll? It was a 4, 3,
A 6.
a 6, even better. Okay, so you have a 7 versus 13, which brings it down to a 6, which means it's only times 2, which means you take 2 damage. But you have a leather arm, which is a defense rating of 3, which means you take no damage. As the light flick of a tail, bounces off of your plate armor, bringing us back around to those who are disengaged, which means it's time to use our beloved flamethrower. So I need a DeBello score against short distance, trying to be a DT of 3. Reminder: if you roll a 1 or 2 or 3 on any of the dice you choose to use, that is burning time. And then I need a coordination roll, trying to hit a DT of 6 from
Cool.
Mr. Citrus.
So, if my coordination is 13, what dice do I roll?
In that case, you could roll a D6 and nothing. Wow. Do a D3. Yeah, do a D3. D6 divided by 2. Sorry.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Benji. I like jumped on your answer, but
Oh, that's fine. Which is
I went full GM mode. So it's a D3. It would be a D6 divided by 2, and then you can do a D10.
I got a 9.
Oh, actually, you don't want to do D6 divided by 2 because that would guarantee you a 1, 2, or 3 in the die.
Yeah.
So, Sorry, what was that?
These nuts.
What'd you get on your DeBello score?
I got a 9.
You got 9 total. Do any of those dice have a 1, 2, 3 or on them?
No, I rolled a 10 and a 6, and I got a 5 and a 4.
Fantastic. Okay. So the DeBello score's fine. I need a coordination score, though.
Yeah, I don't know what to roll.
Uh,
I'm gonna roll a D13 on mine.
That's technically not allowed.
You could roll a D8 and a D10 and have the D10.
Yeah, do a D8 and a D5. There you go. That's genius.
Oh, D8.
Oh, that's
and
probably
D5.
saved the whole thing. Remember, you do have hero points because if you roll 1, 2, or 3, this is not good.
Cool. I rolled a 1 and a 2.
So yeah, hero point. Hero point.
Hero point.
So D8 and a D5. Okay.
Okay.
So that is a 7 and a 3.
Do you want to use a hero point to reroll that D3?
Yes.
Call to arms.
Oh, call to arms, you're doing it for free! Nice! Okay.
So that is a fucking 2. I mean, it's a D5. Like, I've got.
I mean, we got a lot of hero points. Keep rolling till you tell me. We can keep going if you want.
Oh, I guess I'm rolling a hero point. That's a 4.
There you
7
go.
and 4.
Oh, you needed one more hero point. 7 and a 4. Okay. You managed to hold that at the right distance and not ignite it too early. And as you pull back and spray the nozzle, releasing the pressure you built up inside, a gout of flame covers this creature as it shrieks, which is not going to make it feel good. It is now burning, yeah. It seems entirely too distracted by the fire coursing across its body to do anything else. Which means it's back to you all. It can't fight back, so you're just rolling DeBello to determine how badly you're hitting this thing.
That is.
If you two want to be engaged this round, you absolutely can. You can move up and.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm shooting.
Can
Oh,
I,
yeah, you're disengaged shooting. That's fair.
We had some pitch, you said, so I can kind of light my sword.
You can light your sword aflame, and absolutely,
off
yeah.
of
But
him.
if sorry, Bagarok, you also had something.
Yeah, I rolled a 7 actually.
A 7. Okay. Let's see. Danger signs, hit points, Caravan. In that case, what is the damage of your weapon?
It's a dagger +3.
Okay. Dagger is going to be 3 damage into it because it's on fire, right?
Yes.
Fantastic. So you bypass this chitin. I do need to make me a coordination roll.
Oh,
Trying
Lord.
to beat a 3, though. And adding the parry value of your shield.
Adding the parry value of my shield,
Yes.
that would make it 7.
Fantastic. As you stab, a gout of its blood shoots out at you, and you manage to deflect it away, but you watch as it eats away at the wood.
Uh-huh. Okay.
If you don't know what this is referencing yet, I can keep working at it.
I posted it in chat already.
Oh,
I
you
just
did?
didn't
There you go. I'll give you inspiration for that. You can feel free for a free reroll. So
Wait, I have to think. I have to think about something. Hold on.
you're good. You have 2 more people. You have another person. Althea, would you like to attack now again? Because you can do so with a successful Debella roll.
Yes.
Absolutely.
And success means what for me?
Success means you do damage.
But like what number do I have to hit?
So what you need to, so you have you're veteraned with your weapons, right?
I don't know what that means.
Your damage value, your Debello score is equal to twice your weapon value, right?
Yes, yes.
Okay. In that case, you don't need to roll to use it. You just need to roll to hit to determine if you get a damage value or not.
Right, and it has to be higher than what you roll, correct?
Yes, though in this case, it cannot take an action to fight back because it's on fire.
Okay.
So
I rolled a 13.
Yeah, if you rolled a 13 in that case, what is your damage? Because that is going to be at a multiplier of sorts. And
I can't. What if I can't
my
roll
da-
a 13?
You don't have to
my
roll. You
damage
don't
is
have to roll a
8.
13. I don't need you to roll a 13. I need you to just roll your Debello.
Okay.
And
okay.
I'm expertus.
Yeah, you just roll a
With an
13.
8
So,
damage.
what is your damage?
Damage is 6.
I'm expertus if that
I don't.
does anything.
Experience doesn't matter. You rolled a 6. You rolled an 8. Fantastic. 6 is going to be. And what's the damage for your weapon first, Althea?
6.
6. Okay, and you rolled a 6.
Yeah.
Good synergy. All right, so that will be times
So
2
I'm
damage.
I'm rolling a
You
D8
are.
for
You
that,
already
then.
rolled. You're good. I believe
Okay.
you should be all set. I think. If I'm doing it wrong, I'll live.
We won't though.
Yeah, we won't.
I got 5
You
HP
don't know what
left.
these things are.
So the damage value is typically rating what stand value. The higher the weapon, the damage, the harder it is. You damage it. Damage roll. Okay. The result is a dice point value. Okay. Sorry. Roll your damage value. That is what that means.
Okay.
So roll me a 6.
So-
You can do 2d3 or d6, and for a d8, you do a d8. I'm just gonna keep you at your max value, Bagarok, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's fine.
Fantastic. All right. So roll your results and let me know
Oh, I got-
because you rolled
I got 7.
higher. You rolled 7, okay, and you rolled a 13 to hit, or a
Yes.
okay. That's quite a bit of damage with the modifiers. I'm not certain exactly what they implied, but I can't take any other actions, but I'm assuming you're attacking against a defenseless target here, which means that I need to do a quick bit of math, which I'm really good at, everybody. Okay. This thing's basically almost down to 0 health already. I also need you to make a coordination check, and I need Althea to tell me damage as well.
Roll again the damage?
Yeah, roll me a d. So your damage value.
Yeah,
is 6.
roll a d6.
So roll a d6, roll 2d3, whatever works for you.
5.
Okay, and you had a roll of 6, which means that's times 2, which means I also need to make a coordination check, but this thing is going down. So both of you make me coordination checks, and if you have a shield, let me know.
Where's coordination?
I do have a shield.
Coordination is one of your
Coordination
virtues.
is a 10.
Oh, I had to scroll up a little bit. Okay. I'm trying to... Okay. I do not have a shield, so just coordination check. How do you have a 1? Is it just a 1?
Yeah.
Because I rolled 2d6s and have to have both of them.
So roll 2d6 and what the result? If you roll a 1, it's a 1.
Okay, 1 and 3.
Okay, that'd be 3 total.
4 total. 4 total. I rolled a 6 on the other one.
Oh, okay. 4 total. All right, perfect.
Yeah, I got a 4.
So
as
that
well.
does not, unfortunately, equal the damage you guys just unleashed upon this thing with your multipliers. That is, you are going to get sprayed a little bit. That will be.
I did have a shield. Does that?
That adds to the value. Yeah.
Okay, so I would roll one more.
No, you just add the value to your shield from your shield. What's your parry value of
So
your shield?
That would be 5 because it's +1.
5. Okay. In that case, it doesn't equal the 7 you rolled, but Althea, you did 5 damage and you rolled a 4. You don't have a shield. Okay, so in that case, you're both. That'll be 3 damage to Althea and 4 to Villicin. But you can reduce that by.
Oh, 3. So I didn't do any damage.
I have 3 protection from my leather armor. So.
Okay. So you both wear leather armor, which is good. Which means you don't take. Which means the 4 damage gets reduced by 3 to 1. That being said, I want you to both mark down that the protection is now only 2.
Okay.
Because this is eating away at your armor.
Okay.
Yeah.
But for the moment, you are left back alone after a quick little clash. In the darkness of the room.
I will give Althea like some medical attention. Took a pretty nasty gash. Is that science?
Do that mid combat? Is that a thing?
Combat is done. This thing lies dead on the ground.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah.
Oh, wow! How quickly that turns. Anyway, let me quickly look at.
I'm just glad I lived.
So you are going to be fatigued because you are likely under if you were getting things past your encumbrance point.
Yeah.
So
5. So I rolled a 7 on science.
So that would be a medical aid with first aid or natural healing. So first aid, character performs first aid, wash and dress the wounds. Science, yep. You rolled a 7.
Yes.
Okay. That is only 1 degree of success, so you recover 1 hit point. And you can check the treated box in your character sheet.
How many deep? What?
You only heal 1 hit point.
Okay.
But you do check.
Thanks.
You do check the You do check the treated box, which means
Okay.
if you have a moment to rest in the open, you can recover 3 hit points.
Okay. Additional or just 2 more?
It's just 1 right now. You just heal.
But like
one.
if I did rest.
If you did rest, which includes at the end of the day or half a day, then you'd recover 3 hit points. Yes.
Total or another 3?
You recover 1 hit point right now. That's all that matters.
No, I'm just asking in the future for my edification.
In the future, you
Do it
recover
before
3
time.
more.
Okay, thank you. That was the question.
Or if you were in a comfortable
I just
place,
stuffed some moss
a
in
number
the
of hit
right
points equal to your vigor score.
Okay.
That all being said, as your group stands over this thing and begins to push on further, the viscous resin on the walls grows thicker, containing fragments and chunks of mining material, wood pieces, tools, and even human bones. Eventually, as you get closer, though, a constant noise forces you all to concentrate better. A painful hum, a union of many voices moaning simultaneously. It's at that point that you realize that there are human beings stuck in the resin, in the cobwebs, or cocooned as if prey of enormous spiders. Some emerge only by the head, others by the chest, and most are missing body parts.
Ooh.
Though
Oh,
the
goddamn wall.
the only words you hear now that drown in a constant melody of litany of heartbreak, Nekame, Nekame. Which for those of you who took Latin, kill me, kill me.
Dropped it after 2 weeks.
I need a ratio check real quick from everybody.
Oh, I'm pretty good at that.
Which one?
Ratio, reason.
Ratio.
9.
9.
Not to get
not
ratio.
quite.
My aura.
Looking for
9.
a DT 12 here.
Let's see.
Wait. I have. I mean, what's the consequence if we fail here?
I don't have to tell you that, but I mean it's not
Damn
very
it.
good.
Okay, then cool. I'm going to. Let me make sure I can, in fact, do this. By spending 6 pietas, an explorer who makes a roll of. Oh no, that's for nature. Never mind. So I failed. There was no way I was going to succeed.
I'm gonna use a hero point and reroll.
Me too.
That's much better.
That mine's not much better.
I got
but
an
you
11.
know. 8.
An 11 or 8, unfortunately, is not enough, as you're all affected by the shocked condition. It's a deep fear
Hate to see it.
courses through all of you. I need you all. Let's see. I need you all to make another ratio reason check. Oh, sorry, you all rolled it.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
okay. Who is within 1, 2, or 3 of the number of 12?
I'm within 3. I think I got a 9.
I'm with
I got a
3.
9.
9.
Okay. So those who
Then
within...
Elsie, you got.
Elsie, what'd you get?
An 8.
Okay, so
Oh,
that's going
I
to
thought
be
you got an
in
11.
2 degrees of success.
No.
So you're going to be terrified.
Just a bit out.
You drop whatever you're holding and are frozen in place. The rest of you are frightened and you will try to escape the source here. That being said, I will say none of you run out because you're not under attack. But you are all frightened and filled with a deep desire to run, aside from one of you who is frozen entirely.
Can I just?
So why don't if the three of you why don't you tell me who would recover first? I'd say, well, actually, I'll tell you who recovers. So, Vilison, you had the highest success. So you make me a autoritas roll to try and pull everyone back together.
I can do that. I'm fairly decent at that. Okay. 6.
Well, that's enough to pull your immediate companions together and get them to not run in terror, but you still approach Althea, who is frozen at the sight of so many people not dead but pleading for death to come quickly in this terrible state.
Damn. Is it? It's Bagger Rock, right?
Yeah.
Or is the soft G? Bagger Rock, can you drag Althea out of here while Lucius and I throw some
Sure.
flame down that hallway?
Yeah. If I have to fireman carry Althea, I'll fireman carry Althea.
You could make a similar autoritas check as well to try and snap her out of it.
Okay.
I had 2d6 to be a hero, and I rolled a right in the center of it.
I only got an 8.
Well, an 8 is the DC I was thinking of for the next bit here, so absolutely. So explain to me how you quickly snap your friend out of this.
I think I grab her shoulders and shake her a little, but I just like yell at her, like, you still have so much work left to do. This is not where your work ends.
We have shit to do.
We got shit to do.
And if that doesn't work, I
We are
do
leaving.
Mecker.
Yes! Payback!
Coming
They'll
back
see.
to your senses, with a harsh sting on your cheek, you all can now continue moving forward. I do need another exploration check here.
From who?
From who? Who do the fuck you think?
Okay. De natura.
Go ahead,
See,
explore a little. What could go wrong?
Yeah.
Exploration. Oh, and a plus.
Add 2 to your total,
Okay.
what you'd roll from. So you have an 18, I believe. You can do a D10 and a D8.
Ooh. It's just. Okay, that's a 9.
A 9 absolutely is a success, and another double dealing of success here. I want to double check that. Oh, nope, that's just the 1 degree of success. You begin to stumble your way towards the nest of whatever these creatures are. The tunnel seems lined with people, seems to feed into a much larger cavern, hot and reeking, as the floor is covered in what looks like enormous oval-shaped, almost flower-like elements, about 1.5 feet tall, that split into 4 petals that appear they could swallow the head of a man. The flowers open as you get close, with almost an entrancing look. It's at this point that Massimianus... It's so beautiful. What could they possibly... And seems to be getting closer.
Is his shirt red by any chance?
Well, I mean... It's probably whatever color the animal was that they tanned and skinned his made his work shirt from, so it's probably brown, but That might be worse than red in this case. What would you like to
So
do?
seagull.
Yeah, seagull leather. Sort of a gray.
He will pull close, and that is when it looks as if a proboscis shoots towards his mouth as tendrils wrap around his head and attempt to begin pulling him in. What would you like to do?
Flamethrower the whole dude.
Yeah, roast them.
If you're
I
gonna
can't-
use,
okay.
if you're
It
gonna
was
use-
nice knowing him.
If you're going to use a flamethrower, then absolutely, I need a debello and a coordinatio check.
Well, I'm gonna roll a d6 and a d7 online. Cool. Cool.
Remember, no ones or twos or threes.
Can use a hero
I'm
point.
gonna hero point that.
Ah, cool. That's a 10.
Okay. That's what you needed. How's your
Yeah,
debello
alright,
score
okay.
looking?
I'm gonna switch it up. That's a 6. And another 6, 12.
Fantastic. That the egg and the man go up. I will say, the first egg catches, and you overshoot a little bit, and the second one does, and the third
Good.
one,
Yeah.
and it starts passing on a fire amongst here. And what was once a calm way through, I now need another Natura check, as it seems like this entire cavern is going to begin collapsing under you.
Oh, it's lovely.
As these things pop.
All of us are making this check, or just one of us?
Well, if you want to, it's pretty high DT, and if you all are making it, I might have some of you who fail by a particular amount run off on your own and get lost.
Is this just nature or exploration?
Exploration.
Okay, so that's a 9.
Navigation?
But if that doesn't hit it, I am going to use Diana Opifera. So for 6 spirit points, I get to roll again and add that number.
Okay, you rolled a 9. Now roll me it again.
So that is a 9 plus 11. That is a 20.
20. Leave
Yeah.
a few levels of success for the rest of us. That being said, that is going to be over 7 or more of what I was looking for, which means you get another degree of success, which means the rest of you following can see that a lift ahead of you is not far away. Smaller, but similar to the previous one. It is small enough to fit the characters. Jesus, can you tell I'm reading from a goddamn book? Okay, sorry. It's small enough to just about fit all of you. But now, without Massimilianus, it's on all of you to figure out how the hell this thing works. Which means I need a science check as you see another one of these creatures approaching. Which means I need more combat. So,
Oh,
alright.
whoever of you wants to be in
who's
reserve
most
can make a
science-y out
science
of us?
check to get this thing to start going.
My Dicienta is 12.
I have a 12 in DC and
Okay. Let's
The
have you do it
science.
then. Yeah.
Yeah.
Since I rolled last
I
time.
don't think mine is. It's not bad, but it's not that high. I think mine's like 10 or 11. So yeah, I'll roast them.
Oh, hey, I got an 11.
Nice.
Okay, so we'll hold that, but I also need to know who is going to potentially fighting off this monster, because if you just want, you can start the lift and start the process of pulling it up, but this thing will pull itself up onto the lift as you're climbing up, which now means I need combat. So who's going to be engaged with this thing?
Yeah.
Who's going to be in reserve?
I can be in reserve.
Who's got the flamethrower?
Well,
They're in
I-
reserve again?
I've got the flamethrower, so can I just like hose them
Will
down?
the flamethrower light the lift on fire?
It could very well set the lift ablaze.
I don't like
All
that.
right. Well, I guess I'll
But
light
right
my
now,
sword
this thing
again
is
and just
holding
go after him
on
with
and
the sword.
keeping the lift in place by its excess weight.
Okay.
I'll engage again because
Yeah.
I think it's silly goofy.
It's silly goofy.
It's silly goofy.
I'll engage. I'll engage as well because I'll set my sword blaze again and just swing at it.
Okay, I need some Debella rolls. One person who wants to go first for me.
I should not go first.
But can only choose
I'll
two
go
of you to
first.
fight back against. So
Cool. I'll stay in
God, those
reserve and
garbage
use my
rolls.
arrow.
I'm gonna use Mars Victus or Victor and
Yeah, Mars
roll my same dice again and add it. So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13.
13. All right, and I just want to check
I rolled a
something
shit ton of ones.
really quick because the thing here, multiple heads. Okay. More fighting in superior numbers. Fighting multiple opponents. Okay. In that case, as the roll result of the previous character's bonus dice went. Ooh, okay. So, how many people are going to be engaged with this? We just have 3?
I guess
2 of us
so.
are engaged.
Yeah, if I'm doing bow and arrow, that's not engaged, right?
Okay, so I know that Althea and Willison are engaged. Is Bagarrock going to be engaged as well?
Sure.
Okay, in that case, you are now officially fighting against an outnumbered opponent. It's multiple arms and legs. Only give it a +2 to strike. Give it a combat thing of +2 for multiple head, meaning that you are officially outnumbering it. Meaning you roll a 13 to hit.
Yeah.
Okay, you are not going to succeed. You are going to be on the defense because you rolled a 19. But for everyone else, mark down that you'll be adding.
I had to call on my god for that bullshit.
You will be, but for the rest of you, get this: for everyone else in this combat who is engaged, add 13 to your rolls.
Oh,
Holy shit!
So,
Shit, fuck. Okay.
that being said, a damage of 6 is only times 2 damage. So this.
I have +1 parry.
+1 parry, which means it's a 5, which still brings it to times 2. Which for the roll is going to be 10 damage.
10 damage. So I can take 2 off of that for my armor.
Yes, because it was acid splashed. As this thing pierces into you at the side. But it brings us back to our other 2 engaged folks. If you want to roll. Who wants to go next? Step right up, step right up.
I'll go next.
Okay.
So my combat. Okay. I think this. Wait, I need a D8. Fuck. I'll just Google it.
Two triangles stuck ass to ass.
Stop it.
Okay, that's 15 total with the
Just in
13
one.
added.
Wow. Okay. Well, I still rolled an 8, so I mean, you have a pretty good chance of hitting it regardless. But in the difference of that, I need you to roll your 6 value with a multiplier of. Sorry, you rolled a. What was your total?
15.
Something +13.
So it rolled an 8. 15 is going to be times 2 multiplier. So roll your damage and then multiply it by 2 and tell me the difference.
Roll my damage and multiply by 2.
Yes, but then
10.
tell me. So you roll the 5 times 2. Okay. In that case, still need you to roll me that. Still need you to make sure that you roll me the coordination. Trying to beat a 6. Trying to be a 5. Adding the parry value of any shield you have.
Okay. Okay. Coordination 7.
So you can do D3,
So-
D4.
7.
7 total. Okay, so you're going to successfully dodge back of any acid. In that case, Bagarok, make me a roll.
So I roll my combat and I add 13?
Yep. You might need it. This one's got a decently average roll for it, considering the dice I roll.
No, because I rolled a 21 then.
You beat me by 1! How dare you!
Yes.
I have an idea, though. I have an idea. Roll again, villain point.
Oh, god damn it.
I gotta start using them, otherwise people are gonna be
Yes.
Yeah,
No, that's
people are
fair.
going to be
I'm
mad.
into it. I'm
I'll
into
see
I
it.
you.
rolled an 8. I rolled an 8. So 8 plus 13, 21.
I'm
Are you
really
using
tempted
another
to
villain point?
continue to have you roll a villain points until you don't, but I respect that the dice clearly want you to hit here. So that's only going to be a difference of 1, so it's going to be times 1 your multiplier. So you have a thing of 3, so roll me a d3.
Okay, well, that's 1. So,
Okay, well, good news is that still goes through. Bad news, I still need you to make a coordination roll and not get a 1, which I assume you can do. So I will move back to our...
not get a 1?
Well, if you don't only roll a 1, yes.
I rolled a 2.
Oh! You managed to avoid the small
Rock
little
on.
backsplash that comes your way. So why don't you make me a disengage check? I see someone with a bow with a fiery arrow is making an attack. Go for it. Unless that is not Lucius Atreus' idea of what you're going to do.
What?
Are you disengaged and would you like to attack?
Yes.
Then it is
Sure.
your turn to do so.
Okay. Like the one I. Okay, whatever. No, I'm attacking. I'm doing,
Yeah,
I'm doing
you
my
can roll
thing.
your roll your de bello or de natura because you are an explorer.
Yeah.
Does she get the plus 13 as well?
I believe for multiple opponents. Every combatant. Yeah. Wow.
Oh shit. So yeah, that's an 8 plus 13.
Oh no, I'm sorry. Range doesn't benefit from being outnumbered. There's a volley fire thing, but that's different. In this case, it's only for people who are engaged in combat. It's for because you can specifically outnumber one foe in particular.
Okay.
But when you're just shooting, you shoot. But you do pass, and because it is definitely short range, which you're looking to hit a 3. So roll me your damage, and you rolled an 8, which means you have a difference of 5, which means it's times 2 damage.
Cool. So it's a d6.
Roll me a d6, absolutely.
That is a 4.
4 times 2 is 8, which brings
Excelsior.
us to 14. Oh, top of the round. Who wants to go and take a roll first? Because you are still potentially fighting this thing now that is no longer overpowered, and you don't get the bonus of the 13.
I'll go.
All right.
Womp womp.
Okay.
All right, sure, I can go first again.
Because it's going to do a whole 3d10 and you don't get the bonus anymore.
Oh.
Yeah.
I'll
I still
play.
have points left to do my Invictus thing.
Might be smarter. All right. We have our Son of Mars going.
9. Yep, 9. I'm going to use the Invictus thing.
Okay, absolutely. Spend
That's
6
great.
more.
9, 10, 11, 9, 13, 17, 18, 19, 20, 23.
23 absolutely beats
22.
the 22 absolutely beats the pants out of my 15, giving you a 7 difference, which is a times 3 damage. So roll me some damage, and everyone remember from here on out, if you're engaged, add 15 to your attack.
Yeah.
And I rolled 6 on my damage.
So that's 6
6
times 3.
times 3 is 18, which, yeah, you go down, and I'll need you to roll coordination, just because you're going to splatter a whole bunch. Your DC is 7. You slice with your Celtic sword clean across all the remaining limbs that are holding onto this thing, onto the lift, and watch as it falls, and then a sickening crack and thud and splitting of shell as the lift jerks and regains motion. Though that acidic blood may yet hit you as you roll for your coordination.
I only got a 5.
Only a 5. Okay, so you did get a 7. No, you got a 6. Which but you have a shield score of what? Your parry score is what?
It's +1.
6 meets 6. Absolutely, you avoid the acid. But again, that will. No, never mind. Ignore me. You don't take anything as you avoid the acidic spill. Used to its tricks by now. The lift continues up as you feel the continual shakes and rumbles of the earth, as it seems like whatever you set on fire is continuing to pop and burst in small things, and then eventually growing and growing in intensity, further and further, until you reach the top of what seems like the last breath of air, and that is where you find yourselves on the top. Back to seeing the stars. With the controls, you can find yourselves back to level 2. And as the earth below you seems to crumble, you find what you need to repair the Narcissus, as well as 3 amphoras of liquid fire.
Nice. I'm going to take at least one of those.
If you want, I imagine you can just drop a few of them down back down the shaft to help along whatever explosions are occurring.
Yeah.
So you drop 2 extras,
right,
and you have 3 spare. Well, rather 2 spare, 2 to drop down, and it only adds on. And I will say, as you emerge back onto Locus Beta with enough supplies and the guidance to get your people back going, you have defeated a significant potential foe to the Empire. Not only the knowledge of this place being spread, as your reports will certainly have every member of this garrison exchanged who is not already suffering a gruesome fate, but whatever creatures that were
decimated.
Exactly, whatever creatures down here, to be fair, that'd only be like 2 guys dying of whatever was left. Not even, because actually the dude was lying about the numbers here. I think they are actually down to 16. They are down to. They're down to 14 guys, which means 1 person would be dying in a decimation. That being said, you have done your work. There is more to do, but with the time we have, I think that is where our session ends. As the threat on Locus Alpha may still yet exist and sits in the back of your minds, with the Narcissus prepared, that is a decision you can all make in the future. And that is Lex Arcana's story for the evening. So, thank you all so much for joining us. I want to give a quick chance for everyone to tell the people who you are, who you're playing tonight, and where they can find more of the exceptional work you put out into the world, starting, of course, with our brave citrus warrior, Mika.
Hey, I'm Mika. I do things. I'm the co-creator of the Crit Award-nominated channel Roll D5. You can catch me over there or on here. You can see me on Threads, Mika_Macintosh, MCINTOSH, where I do most of my social media-ing. Sometimes on Twitter, @Goggleboy, like the main characters of Digimon, and I was Cetreus, your explorer. Thank you. Thank you, Turk.
Oh, thank you. Seriously. Thank you all for bearing with me as I learned this system super hard.
No, you're great.
Now, stop. But I must now pass it over to our Iberian diplomat, our knower and understander of secrets. Take it away, Benji.
Hi, I'm Benji. You can find me on the interwebs at Chance47, most places.
Tonight I was playing Bagarrock, and you can find me here. And also next Saturday, not this Saturday, but next Saturday, I'll be doing a mystery D&D 5e game over at the Geek Life on Twitch. So yeah, and I'm sure I'll be back with Lost Caravan soon.
Very much looking forward to it. Now, our Britannic pair, starting, of course, with our mighty warrior, the only person to be completely bold enough. While some of us were comfortable enough to wear toga, someone out here is, I assume, wearing nothing at all, other than... But I am ready to be proven
Gotta honor my
wrong.
ancestors.
That being said, Jason, tell the people the good news.
I'm Jason, also known as Graphical Ronin on most places in the internet. I'm an illustrator, graphic designer. Open for commissions. I will be right back here on Monday playing in our Every Other Monday Lancer campaign with LC, whose decisions and NPCs in no way haunt us constantly.
Couldn't be me.
I am
Protection
on
of salt on that sea breeze. Wow.
Yeah. I'm also on another channel called Ruinous Paths D&D. I think we're starting back up our Friday D&D 5.5 campaign. There's a lot of homebrew going on where I play a tactician fighter. On that same channel, on the Mondays opposite of Lancer, I'm trying to get a sort of like a rotation game going where the same 5 players do like short 4 or 5 part stories and then just switch GMs and systems as we feel. That should be going. I'm working through some tech issues, but look for that on the same channel. And I'm sure as we roll into fall, I'll have a lot more free time to do streams. So just look for me. I'll be there.
Okay, and last but certainly not least, a big shout out to LC, who got, you know, we said, oh, we're doing our Roman thing, and Elsie came in chat and said, that's so cool, and then we're like, join us, and then Elsie was like, okay, which was not needed,
Yeah.
but greatly appreciated having an augur with us.
True MVP here.
Jumping in,
Yeah.
and
LC is a team player.
seriously, legend, in every sense of the word. Elsie, tell the people where they can find more of what you do.
Nah.
Yes, just tell the
Hold
people
on.
more.
I have to pause my music or else I won't be able to think. Hi, I'm Elsie. You can find me at Optimistics on all social media. I use she, they pronouns. I was here. That's exactly what happened. And I am happy to be here. I would love to play more of this game at some point and be able to explore the augur kit more. Because it's really interesting. All of this, the mechanics are interesting. But where can you find me? The next time you can see me for the 4th time this week will be Saturday morning or Saturday afternoon for Delta Green. It's going to be really fun. We're C-Cell. And I haven't done my character at all, but I'm going to be Agent Creep. It's very exciting. Just a little guy. I'm always going to play a little guy, just like I play a little guy on the 19th as Jason said, every other Monday, our Lancer campaign for Hell's Gate. Almost got real southern right there. And I play Min, and I have no autonomy. Or actually, that's true. That's not what I meant to say. But I also don't have any autonomy in that game, and I have no control over my NPCs. I did not make one of them. The one causing the most problems. That's arguable. Never mind. Anyway, it doesn't matter. If you want to come see me completely,
Yeah, I was gonna say.
we don't know. If you want to come see me just destroy myself, that's the game to see it. I make a lot of bad decisions. And Hoop tries to apparently kill me in combat for real. We'll see how that goes when we go into combat on Monday. And then on the 20th, you can find me over on Entropy Emporium for our Masks game. I also play another little guy. My NPCs are also not causing any problems there. I'm trying to collect a reverse power harem. So far, that's going swimmingly for me. I held hands with 2 dudes, and they're really cute. And I am now addicted to dopamine that I get from holding hands. So,
Everyone
whatever.
does that.
Yeah, it's just silly. It's just silly.
If one holds hands, or gets dopamine from holding hands.
I really think so, but I also get really sick when I do that. So it's it's a trade-off.
If you want to know more about that show, then you
Dopamine,
should definitely check out that, because if that statement's confusing to you, then you should definitely be tuning in.
Sometimes I like to create webs of love interests in every single game I'm in. And then on the 22nd, our second episode of our 4-part series for Tomb Raider here on the Lost Caravan. Also, again, playing a little guy with a voice in their head. This is not a trend. I don't know what you're talking about. I make really bad decisions there on purpose, though. That's on purpose. And then I'm sorry, on the 20th, I'm almost done, I swear. On the 26th, I'm in HSC's game of Fabula Ultima, where we're playing Fae, doing a Fae thing, and accidentally made it a thirst trap for Nate, because now there's Fae King Killian Murphy. That also wasn't me. I don't.
Totally not.
I think we're a trend here. In the last part of this month, the last thing I'm in, I will not go into September, is The Walking Dead, which was supposed to be a 2-part, but now a 3-part for our beloved Sam, who couldn't make it tonight. I hope you're feeling better. Is destroying my character. I am like on the verge of death right now. We left off, and I'm shot in the neck.
Yeah.
Hey, Mika's in that game. Mika started a cult in that game.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a cult.
That's the problem there. It's not me. I killed my problem.
No, I think I'm the new BBEG, honestly.
I think so. I think we're gonna have to kill Mika.
You're
a
definitely
reason
gonna have to
tune
kill.
in there.
It's
Elder
really
Lemon.
funny.
Yeah.
Elder Lemon.
Yeah,
Mormonism
really
doesn't die with the apocalypse. And that's it for me.
All right, that brings it back to me, everybody. Hello, salvete omnes. I have been Turk or Turk accented, if it should please you, and you are well, and I am well, and it is well. I had the pleasure of being your demiurge for the evening, which is, I think, one of the coolest titles. I was once also called Fate herself, which I think might be up there. Well, don't give me that side eye. It's a fucking fantastic game. It's called the Foil Blood, which you can check out. If I ran that over in High Shelf Collective, maybe I'll run some more. That all being said, if you like my face, the words I say, and the general vibes I put out into the world, seek medical attention immediately. But before you do that, you can also find me here Saturday night closing out the Caravan of Cthulhu with an episode of Delta Green. We're going into space, so it should be a lot of fun. And beyond that, I am a GM and player here on Lost Caravan, as well as over on Neon Lights Roleplay. Next week's my Neon Lights Roleplay week, because on Monday I'll be doing more Greek mythology high fantasy with my Oathsworn Odyssey of the Dragonlords. So if you like the music, I play a lot of it here. If you like the vibes of Lex Arcanum, it's definitely a similar kind of group. Not so much X-Files and more so, Odysseys and Iliads and other things like that, but we just had a big fight last time, so I think we're getting right into the emotional feels, so if you're down for that, it should be fun start for your Monday. On the 20th, I will be in the Tears of Divinity, which is my Lancer series, which is a sequel to an award-nominated series, Frozen Rain. It's got a bunch of really cool people in it, including Hoop, who is the owner of this channel here, and is a really cool person who everyone should support. And then on Wednesday, the 21st, it's By a Shadow Peace, which might be our second to last episode where we're playing a Wrath and Glory game. So if you like me talking in a very authoritative voice, that's the place to do it, because I'm a Space Marine. And yeah, I got big fights coming up. That all being said, I'm part of a bunch of really excellent series here on Lost Caravan and over on Neon Lights Roleplay. So the best way to follow and catch up on all of those is to either be part of those Discords and those communities, which you can obviously easily do by following them on social media, and or following myself, but also the exceptional people you're seeing on your screen here, because with luck, I will be on screen with them again soon. Thank you all so much for joining us. Thank you for bearing with us as we learned rules and made dice. Thank you for those who have donated thus far, and those who will donate in the future, and those who have donated in the past for this week. We are... a year ago, I will say this, a year ago I thought this was just going to be a silly little goofy time to maybe raise some money for a good cause, and now I am so happy that we are in year 2 of this, and people are still having fun with it, and exploring and raising funds for things that make the world a better place. That all being said, keep being the exceptional people that I know you can be, otherwise I'm coming for you. Draw sword menacingly. Oh, that's weird, that's in my notes. And we are probably going to throw a raid over to somebody, so stick around. Hope you're all going to do well. Have a great night, morning, wherever we catch you. See you next time.